let's wish them well as we have the friendly racers really back for the first time. Of course, we have had one race already, and what a scene setter that was for the rest of this meeting. A maiden win in the Isle of Man Steam Packet Southern 100 for Davy Todd on the big bikes. Race 2 it was that went ahead last night, but Davy Todd won by the proverbial country mile. 115.165 miles per hour was his quickest lap, which is only half a second away from the outright lap record. Number 6, Michael Dunlop, was in second, and in third, Manxman Nathan Harrison, just chipping away number 15 there, and a season that just seems to get better and better for him. Well, while we now have the roads closed, let's just set up race number 1, because there will be limited time to bring you the grid. But we do have on pole position from practice, number 36, Jamie Coward. In the middle of the front row will be number 44, Rob Hodson. And then number 22, Paul Jordan. Second row of the grid, number 24, Jonathan Perry. Number 61, Barry Ferber. And number 40, Reese Hardesty. Third row of the grid, number 59, Mark Colvin. 23, Adrian Kershaw. And number 14, Paul Cassidy. And we'll just give you the fourth row as well. Number 64, Stephen McKnight. 46, Anthony Redmond. And number 9, Forrest Dunn. Change of machine. It's not actually a machine. It's just at number 10. And, of course, number 10 is Michael Russell. It's just getting their Royal Air Force in there on that machine. So a pleasure to do that. So I think the scene is set, and I think we're in for some astonishing racing with a fair wind here. And I think we could well see some class lap records tumble if last night's lap from Davy Todd as a marker is anything to go by. Conditions absolutely perfect. Huge crowds around the billown course as well, the Colas billown course, all eager and ready for action. The race inspection car, first one is on the start-finish line. Second one now just trundling away from the commentary point here to make a right-hand turn and form up behind the first inspection car, and they'll just go and make sure everything's in order. And just a reminder of that notice, if it's a Nissan Leaf that you own and it's parked in the runoff area at Ballabeg with the registration number NMN651L, please do remove that. And I'm sure the inspection cars will be just taking a quick little look to make sure that's done. We had a car parked as well where the sweeper normally goes at Billown Dip, but that has been sorted out. Thank you very much to the car owner there who removed the car from the sweeper's reserve spot on the course. Let's hope the sweeper stays in that park place this evening for the duration, and we get 5 races to look forward to. Well, let's say Fastamai, and a very good evening in these sweltering conditions. I've got to check that he's got the Ultra Factor sun cream on, because I believe from the pre-TT, Rob Pritchard, you had an afternoon there with no tanning lotion on at all, and you turned into a Manx lobster. Is this true?
Yeah, Tim, Fastamai, good evening to all our listeners out there. I can confirm, yes, it wasn't a pretty sight over here at Cross Four Ways. I do know that I had to do something a bit contradictory to try and combat the problem. So underneath the sweltering sunshine like it is today, I had to get that big Manx Radio jacket on. I had to get a big Manx Radio woolly hat on. So I was fully dressed for winter, I think was probably the best way of putting it. It did manage to stave off some of the rays, I think it's fair to say. But I was just trying to, I suppose, give herself a little bit more time, hoping that Chris Kinley's Factor 50 courier service might have been able to make its way to me across 4 ways. Sadly, it never made it, and I think particularly the backs of my hands with notes in one hand and mic in the other started to suffer just a little bit, but some fantastic racing there, and just as you said, Tim, we had a fantastic race there last night. Fantastic lap from Davey Todd in particular. A bit of a shame, I think, from the neutral standpoint, that we didn't see that continuation of that two-bike shootout between him and Dean Harrison. Those two pulled out quite the advantage, didn't they? But as we know, Dean Harrison retiring from that race with some sort of mechanical problems. He's down for the grid, of course, for tonight's senior race later on. So the question remains, has he been able to get rid of those gremlins that have been hanging about just a little bit? We'll have to wait and see. Well, just like where you are, Tim, no surprises. The weather is absolutely glorious here as well. And if I look over my right shoulder to my trusty weather vane over at South Barrule, not a cloud near that summit. So let's hope that all stays the same. Absolutely packed out here again across 4 ways. Been so well attended over these last couple of days as well. The weather has surely been a factor as well. But yeah, just taking a look through some of those grids actually as we approach the rest of the schedule later today. Some noticeable performances out there, particularly those who were able to up the ante a little bit in those super sport classes as well. Just having a look at the lineup, particularly for that 4A race. And a bit of a shout out, I think, should go to two of the newcomers. Number 97, Anthony O'Carroll, number 84, Lewis Arrowsmith, getting themselves into that A race later on. So some excellent work from them. And then, of course, some good times from the likes of number 66, Stephen Tobin, number 61, Barry Ferber as well. So more of those names making their way into the mix might just change things up a little bit, particularly in the middle of that pack, but we'll just have to wait and see. And looking at, I suppose, the big bikes later on as well, just having a look. It's Jamie Coward as well, who is in a good position himself for, I think, this race in particular as well. Just got himself on the front, of course, on pole. Talked about that big bike over on social media. Jamie Coward, he finished 4th yesterday, of course, just behind Nathan Harrison. Nathan Harrison did a fantastic job, didn't he, of managing to hold off the advances of Coward, and also Michael Sweeney there, two people who really do know their way around the road racing scene as well. So I think it makes Nathan Harrison's achievement just that little bit more sweet in some ways. I'm sure he'd be able to elaborate on that. But Jamie Coward, he was on social media, I think, last night as well after that 4th position. Said he was happy with the race, said it was a good race as well, really enjoyed it. But he was just saying that Yamaha R1 was just lacking a little bit of that grunt on those straight lines. So the straight line speed just wasn't quite there for him. So that might have just helped maybe Nathan Harrison's chances, or just hindered Jamie Coward's. I suppose it depends which way you look at it. But he says himself that he'll have been making some tweaks over last night, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out with on that. But yeah, just looking at the lineups again, just consulting my notes here on the grid as well. And Jamie Coward will certainly be kept honest if that first practice night is anything to go by as well, with the likes of Rob Hodson and Paul Jordan on there as well. And looking at that second row as well, Barry Ferber, number 61, 24. Jonathan Perry, number 40, Reese Hardesty, who, as we know, knows his way pretty well around this circuit, I think it's fair to say. So plenty of questions still to be answered tonight, and hopefully we will be getting those answers underneath this glorious sunshine. But in the meantime, back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much, Rob Pritchard, out there at Cross 4 Ways. Well, the 2-course inspection cars are still here on the Castletown bypass. Haven't left to do their inspection just yet. They're, of course, waiting for the official nod from race control upstairs. We've got a view up towards the railway bridge. We can see the fencing there, and that's how we spot the riders crossing that bridge, and we let Cross 4 Ways know that it's time to hand back here to the start finish so that we can take them across the line. And well, with the pre-TT, we'd worked out timings of roughly around, with the classic bikes, 1 minute 40 to 1 minute 50 to hand over to Cross 4 Ways to make sure we got them through there. On the super bikes here, we're talking about 1 minute and 5 seconds that we need to hand over to Cross 4 Ways. It just shows you the difference between the classics and the modern superbikes that we see. But that Malenko by Padgett's 1000cc machine of Davey Todd was absolutely flying in the first race. And well, we had a record for the class, but not, of course, an outright. It wasn't quite a lap record for the class. 115.267 was Michael Dunlop's, but Davey Todd 115.165 but we weren't far away from the absolute lap record of 115.707 seconds. That's why we're talking about records. And let's remember, this first race, Jamie Coward, unofficially in practice, broke the existing lap record for here. So let's check in with our other vital component in the commentary team here down at Race HQ, Chris Kinley. And I think with the conditions the way they are and decent practice laps under the belts of all the riders, the speeds that we've seen both in that race last night and in the qualifying sessions, we are justified in talking about potential lap records with a fair win, Chris Kinley.
Speaking of fair wind, Tim, it's blowing a little bit, actually, to be fair. Kind of blowing in from Scarlet area. So those you don't know who Scarlet is, Scarlet as you come in from the airport when you normally coming in, it's kind of, I don't know, coming from, as you're looking back at the course direction way, as in back towards you, it's closed again there now. So there was hope we were going to get underway, but the gate has opened. But yeah, just a little bit of a breeze, nothing too much to worry about. But conditions are absolutely perfect for this. And as you quite rightly said, a lot of spectators out there. If you're new to the billown, Colas billown circuit, please get yourself into position early. Listen to what the marshals have said. The club have put lots of facilities on for you to use. Got the burger vans, they've got the toilets, they've got the club headquarters down here with the merchandise. So if you'd like to come down and help support the club by buying a t-shirt, buying a hat. But the important thing is buy a program. You know, buy a program. It's only 10 quid. It's a good read. All the information is in there. So please support the club and buy a program, because all that money goes back into the Southern 100 Club. And there's a lot of time and effort put in by so many people from the Southern 100 Club to get this event on. And without your support and you coming to help by putting your hand in your pocket just to help them out, it will be much appreciated. There will be, of course, buckets going around as well for you to fill up too. And our first bike has come to the position, but he's not going to be going out just yet. It's number 9, Forrest Dunn. The gate was open. Forrest got himself ready. He's come down to the front here now. Forrest is on one of those new Aprilias as well, which there's quite a few of them. I think it said there was about 10 or 11 in the 250-700 field, which is going to be the first race of this evening. So he's probably going to wheel the bike back now and get it back on the tyre warmers, because that is quite important that they do that. Not many riders about as of yet, so they're just waiting. And I've seen a few riders who are in this race already not even have their leathers on yet, because it is quite warm. And over the past 5 years or so here in the little holding area, they have the old field. This basically is a field, to be fair. They have these pop-up gazebos, and that's been the last 5 or 6 years. These things have all of a sudden appeared, and they're everywhere. As soon as the teams arrive, bang, they get their little spot, and everybody has their little spot, and the same people get in the same spot every year. Tim was talking about lap records. It's in your program. 2 minutes 26.107. The late James Cowton in 2017, 104.718. 104.718. To Ivan and his good lady for getting hit the other week. 14 minutes 48.170, 103.359. So yeah, they're the two race records and lap records that we will be keeping a little eye on in this one. 7 lap distance on this. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be an absolute cracker. 6 lap distance, sorry, should I say, on this one. So yeah, the 7 laps is the big bike race last night. Looking at the lap record for the next race, 2 minutes 14.007, 114.173. Now, Davey Todd went quicker than that, winning that the Solo Founders Big Bike race last night. So that means, do you know what? Again, we're going to see lap records in that one. We then got the 600s out. 2 classes of 600s, the white plates and the yellow plates. The white plated machines. Which one's this one? Which one's this one? Get it the right way around. Anyway, one of the 600 classes, Lee Hembry, has that lap record from 2019, 2 minutes 31.472, 101.008. And I think they've been pretty much on that pace in practice, so that's good. And then we've got the lap record for the 600s. Dean Harrison has that from 2017, 2 minutes 18.109, 110.782. So that's 110.782. You can probably just hear the paperwork just rattling around a little bit. And in practice, did have the times to hand, but again, they're blown. You know, see, everything's going to blow away. Dennis Boo did 100.138 to get that pole. In the first one, Stevie Tobin on pole, 101.469. So I don't think they're going to be too far away from that lap record in that one. And then the other 600 race, the A race, if you like to call it that, 109.95 they did in practice, and 110 the lap record was. And the sidecars are the last race on the card this evening. Looking forward to that one as well. 100.731 for Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley last night, 2 minutes 31.89. So 2 minutes 31.89 is 2:32.075. 100.608 is the lap record on that. So yeah, again, I think Tim Glover, we are going to see lap records in most of the classes this evening. And do you know what? I think everybody out there deserves it, because, you know, it's been a long, hard cup down here. I think it was last July they had that. And again, that raised a lot of money that the club would not have had. So again, if you can help the club as we start this bit in any sort of way, that would be much appreciative. So no idea why we've got a delay down here, Tim. If you have any information up there at the start and finish line, anything from race control yet?
Not yet, Chris. The course cars only went out about 3-4 minutes ago now, I would say. So they, of course, have got to just check on things. We had got that car that was needing to be removed, the Nissan Leaf, registration NMN 651L. That's parked on the runoff at Ballabeg and does need moving. That's come from Race HQ. So that might be a reason, of course, the cars are going to have to stop there and check that that has been moved before they carry on with the rest of the course inspection. Vital that they've got everything in order before they start. And they did have a message out earlier to remove that car that was parked down at Billown Dip, where the sweeper is parked up, ready to be used if needed. So that's only speculation on my part. We haven't heard anything official, but there have been a couple of notices being put out. We know the car in Billown Dip is gone, but we haven't heard anything about the one at Ballabeg. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Yeah, we're getting ready to go now. The gate has been opened and the obligatory thumbs up has just gone from the organisers. So we'll be getting bikes out onto the circuit. And yeah, conditions absolutely perfect. You just walk up into here. Now in the little holding area, it's a little bit quieter wind-wise than what it is here walking up onto the little bypass road. And I think, you know, we are going to see an absolute cracker to open up now. If you're wondering, Tim was talking about the course cars heading around the circuit. That, of course, is the course cars that go around, the official course cars with the safety team, the other clock of the course. There'll be probably a steward in there too, and they're just checking out, making sure everything's okay, everything is in position. It doesn't just happen that the event, you know, just happens. These, you know, boxes all have to be ticked before they're allowed to go racing, and it has to be done. That's why they go out at the end of every race. And our first rider to go past us is number 66. That is Stevie Tobin. Well, there's a little twin. Twins, of course, can go up to 700cc now. And then number 85, just gone by me now, number 85, Andy Whale. Tim?
Yeah, just confirmation now that the car at Ballabeg has been removed, I'm glad to report. So we will be getting underway very, very shortly indeed. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Just that noise you just hear in the background there is the Moto3 machine as number 40 goes past us. And then number 14, Paul Cassidy, local man. When I say local, I'm talking about Paul lives about 50 yards away from where I'm stood now. So, yeah. Paul, local man, goes well, had his first Northwest 200 this year. Goes well in the steel frame class, the pre-ejections up there at Derby 2. 59, Mark Colvin, of course, multiple champion up at Derby over the past, well, many, many years. He rolls himself past. 73, 41, also there, Russ Brook, newcomer. No bib on anymore, though, for Russ. 63, 50 goes through, 10. Just spoke to Mike Russell there before. 58, and then number 20. Number 20 is Jack Fowler, of course, 58. Tension builds here, Brian Fudge. 22, Paul Jordan on the press racing machine. 22, just behind him, A.D. Kershaw. Number 9, Forrest Dunn. Look out for number 61, by the way. Barry Ferber qualified on the second row. As the noise level intensifies down here. 61 Barry Ferber, he's on the Yamaha. Eligible, of course, in the 700 class. So number 21, Joe Yardley on the yellow plate is at the back, so he's going to be having a little run round. He'll be fully aware of what he's to do. Rob Hodson, he'll be a man to see. You'll Joe Yeardsley gets ready. Colvin comes through. Who else can we see there? And the sidecar of the Crow Boys in here too. They're going to get a little run round. Having a few problems, unfortunately, with the machine over the first couple of nights. But we will be getting machines onto the circuit in a few moments' time. 36 is on pole then. Jamie Coward, 44 next to him. Rob Hodgson, 22 is Paul Jordan. That is your front row. Second row, 24. Jonathan Perry. Had a quick chat to Jono. Loving his time back here on the island. 61 next to him is Barry Ferber. That's second row. And the second row completed by number 40, Reese Hardesty. Third row, number 59, that's Mark Colvin. Next to him is number 23, Adi Kershaw. And then number 14 is Paul Cassidy. Row number 4 is number 64, Stephen McKnight. And next to him is number 46, Anthony Redmond. And number 9, Forrest Dunn. Stand by at Ballachagan. Machines are on the circuit. Machines are now on the Colas Billown course. So we go to row 4. Row number 5 is number 20, Jack Fowler. Number 10, of course, is Mike Russell. You hear the Sidecar outfit, the Crow Boys, just about to have a little run around. And finishing off row number 5 is number 97. That's Anthony O'Carroll, who went well in practice. So there we go. All the machines are making their way around for the first event of the evening to Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Can just hear the sound of the machines in the distance making their way out for the first time this evening. As you mentioned, it is a packed schedule, so credit once again to the Southern 100 Club for being able to put this together and adapt as well. Hopefully it really is, as in Tim words, bang, 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 in terms of what we're going to be seeing coming around all parts of the circuit, including here across Four Ways as well. Just hear the noise in the background. Just a little bit of housekeeping as well for anyone in the Iron Gate area. If you notice a drone above your heads this evening, it is permitted to be there. It has been given permission. It's part of the video media footage. It's been given permission by the Isle of Man Civil Aviation Authority, the Southern 100 Club has announced. However, it is the only drone that is permitted in the area. Just to repeat that, that is the only drone that is permitted to be in the area. It is a no-fly zone around this circuit, and of course with Ronalds Way Airport in not too distant vicinity from here as well. So please bear that in mind, that one drone is permitted to be in the skies above the circuit, but no other drones. It is a no-fly zone. I can hear the volume of the machines making their way forward. There is the travelling marshal leading the pack through Maggie's Cottage here as we await the first machines on the way through Cross Four Ways today. Number 36, Jamie Coward, 44, Ron Hodgson, 22, Paul Jordan. There we are, 24, 61, Barry Furman, 14, 59, 64, 28, 29, 97, 46, 89, 80. 40. Just listen to that noise as they all make their way through here. Backed up there by number 63, Mike Mates. 71, 58, 25, and 50. That's number 35 and 66 as well. So that's Adrian Scaife, Stephen Tobin, 21, Joe Yeardsley there. And there's the Sidecar outfit out. Number 7, the Crow Boys there. Chris, as you mentioned as well, just a couple of engine issues have plagued their times in some ways as the last two travelling marshals just make their way past here at the back of the group. So they'll have been hoping they'll have been able to rectify them on that machine for later on this evening as well. Been putting in some good laps of the few that they've had, just not been able to keep it out on the track all that long as the convoy will be making its way through Church Bends now and up towards through Great Meadow as well. And back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the few paddle boards that are being manned with the safety of the fencing are up in the air. The others now on little posts, which is a slight change from the past. But a couple of the bikes behind the travelling marshal now coming up to the grid, doing a little bit of weaving to keep those tyres at maximum temperature for the off here. And running into pole position there is number 36, Jamie Coward. Rob Hodgson is in the middle of that front row, number 44. And then nearest to the commentary point here is number 22, Paul Jordan. Well, the officials just go through. There's technical officials there who are just making sure that there's nothing obviously wrong with fairings or the bike, and just checking any for oil leaks or anything at all that might just curtail the start. And other officials walk up the grid as well, just checking everybody is in exactly the right position. And the deputy clerk of the course, Ruth Costet, goes to the back, and she will wave a green flag once everything is in order from all the officials who've got to the back of the grid. We're just waiting, I think, for the sidecar. It is there. I can see it at the back. That's it. The flag waves, a sign goes up, engage gear, turns and flips it around to watch the lights, and away we go. And it's a good start from all three on the front row. Let's go to Chris Kinley.
Yeah, who has got the whole shot? Is it Paul Jordan, 22? No, it's Jamie Coward, 22 minutes 44 as they stream to Ballakagan and lap number 1 of 6.
And that noise you can hear there was that Triumph bike, the Sidecar outfit of the Crows. They have got round just doing a little bit of bedding in with whatever the problems were and adjustments that they've made. But the first race, the first mass start of the evening, always a thrilling sight. And they'll be heading down past Ballakagan, down the big long straight there. Then they're over the railway line for the first time, through Iron Gate and through Ballynorris, where Joey's Gate is, past Fuchsia Cottage there on the apex of Ballabeg hairpin. And of course, the airport sign that gets photographed so often is just there at the hairpin at Ballabeg. They're along Duck Street to Ballawhetstone, past the stables and out towards Williams Corner. Then into Gelling, past Gelling's Farm, there's Billown Cottage, Maggie's Cottage, which is the real marker that will be in the sight of Rob Pritchard out there at Cross Four Ways. And let's, without further ado, actually just go out to Rob and let's see this opening lap.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Great start from all on the front row there. So who's going to emerge? One's developed a little bit of a gap here up toward the front here. It's number 44, Rob Hodson versus across the way. Jamie Coward is next there. Paul Jordan, number 22, following closely by number 24. Jonathan Perry to the front two, just bringing themselves away. There's number 46 and number 9 as well. Sans Forest Dunn on his way through. It's just a sea of bikes on the way through. 85, Andy Whale leading this latest bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that little group on the way through. Number 41 there. So that's Russell Broad, Rob Hodson, the first through, cross four ways, about a bike length or so in front of number 36, Jamie Coward, and then around another 2 to 3 bike lengths after that is number 22, Paul Jordan, but he has an absolute herd of machines up behind him as well, so he's got a job to try and keep them off his back, as well as try and chase the front two. So Rob Hodson, can he hold that advantage? Going through Church Bends and up through Great Meadow as well, from number 36, Jamie Coward, who of course had that fantastic practice. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, holds a load of cars, and there's an overtake manoeuvre here at the start finish. Oh, tremendous action there. And Hodson it was that managed to stay in front, but 0.03 of a second. Tremendous opening lap action here as Hodson has gone into the lead past Coward, coming over the crest of School Hill Rise. 22, Paul Jordan's in third. He's 2.8 seconds down on the leading two. Just listen to them across the line. Machines through. Last of those was number 35, Adrian Scaife. But at the front, it's Rob Hodson by a whisker ahead of number 36, Jamie Coward. Third is 22, Paul Jordan. Fourth, 24, Jonathan Perry. Fifth, 61, Barry Ferber. Sixth, 40, Reese Hardesty. Seventh, 59, Mark Colvin. Eighth, number 14, Paul Cassidy. Ninth, number 20, Jack Fowler. 10th place, number 23, Adrian Kershaw. 11th, 64, Stephen McKnight. 12th, number 46, Anthony Redmond. 13th, number 9, Forrest Dunn. 14th, number 85, Andy Whale. And, well, there's 9 seconds between first and 12th, but there's nothing between the front two. It's Hodson ahead of Coward, just Rob Pritchard, cross four ways.
And it's Jamie Coward who's got himself in front and cross four ways, just in front of number 44, Rob Hodgson. Nothing between them. Number 22, Paul Jordan, 24 and 61 there is Jonathan Perry and Barry Furman, number 40. He's Hardesty on his way through. Mark Colvin, Paul Cassidy, number 23, number 22 as well. Adrian Kershaw and Jack Fowler, 2 more on the way through with number 9, Forrest Dunn, just backing up the group here. So Jamie Coward back in front, going through Corner Cottage, but by an absolute whisker. And at number 44, Rob Hodgson, 22, Paul Jordan. He's trying to make his way through as well, as number 85 goes past Andy Whale, number 66, 11 as well. So that's Dan Sale in there. Another scutch of machines making their way through here. So it's Coward with the advantage this time through cross four ways, but really nothing in it at all. Close enough almost to shake hands, the two of them. Certainly wouldn't advise it as the last make their way through Corner Cottage here, start roaring up to Church Bends. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, a flash of 2 fairings across the bridge, and it's 44 who's ahead of 36 here at the start-finish. Half a second. 22, 24, 61, 40, 59, 14. Just a sight to behold. So it's Rob Hodgson remaining in lead, 103.718, compared to Coward in second at 103.357 miles per hour. Third is number 22, Paul Jordan. Fourth is number 24, Jonathan Perry. Fifth, number 61, Barry Ferber, as they stream past us here on the bypass here just outside Castletown. Sixth, then Reese Hardesty. Seventh, 59, Mark Colvin. Eighth, number 14, Paul Cassidy. And that's as far as we can go, as the screen has just gone further down, but it's 0.5, half a second. That is the advantage. So Rob Hodgson ahead of number 36, Jamie Coward, 44 ahead of 36. And then the gap back is 4.8 seconds back from Coward to third place, number 22, Paul Jordan. And the top 6 machines all over 100 miles per hour. Who's leading across four ways? The man with the answer, Rob Pritchard.
Well, here we go, and it is number 44, Rob Hodgson, less than a bike length between him and number 36, Jamie Coward, through Corner Cottage there. 2 of them absolutely battling it out. Number 22, Paul Jordan's through as well. Number 24, Jonathan Perry. Number 61, Barry Ferber. So those groups just making that little bit of headway. Here's number 40, Reese Hardesty, Mark Colvin, and Paul Cassidy on the way through as well. So the field just stretching a little bit more. There's 20 and 23, Jack Fowler and Adrian Kershaw, as 2 more make their way through. Back to number 46, Anthony Redmond there. So Rob Hodgson, he's holding the line through Corner Cottage yet again. Can we have 4 more laps of this, please? But can he hold off Jamie Coward as they make their way through Church Bends, up Great Meadow and up toward the stadium as number 97 rolls through? That's Anthony O'Carroll. And number 66 as well, that's Stephen Tobin. Number 85 as well, Andy Whale. Back to you, Tim.
Flash of 2 bearings and 2 bikes emerge. Who's in the lead? It's Coward. Coward leads at 104.615. So that is so close to James Cowton's lap record. The gap, 0.08 of a second. Wow, tremendous stuff here at the Southern 100. Oh, and 2 in very close company there. That was 14, Paul Cassidy, and 59, Mark Colvin. Paul Cassidy has moved up into 7th. So 36 of 104.615 miles per hour. 0.08 ahead of 44, Rob Hodgson. Third is number 22, Paul Jordan. He's 6.9 back on Hodgson. Fourth, number 24, Jonathan Perry. Fifth, number 61, Barry Ferber. Sixth, number 40, Reese Hardesty. Seventh, number 14, and up into 7th, Paul Cassidy. Eighth is number 59, Mark Colvin, as the dice goes on right the way. Fowler. 10th, 23, Adrian Kershaw. 11th, number 64, Stephen McKnight. And 12th, 46, Anthony Redmond. Halfway stage. What a thriller we have to open this Wednesday evening. Coward ahead of Hodgson, but just Rob Pritchard.
Two machines together yet again. It's Rob Hodson. It is Jamie Coward, number 36 on the inside. He gets through Corner Cottage first. Brilliant maneuver by Coward. Can he hold that line on the way out? Those two together, fantastic. Is number 22, Paul Jordan as well. So the front three making a bit of headway on the next part of the group. Then number 24, Jonathan Perry. Number 61, Barry Ferber as well. Another long gap down to the dip. And through Maggie's Cottage, three more emerge. Reese Hardesty, Paul Cassidy and Mark Colvin in quick pursuit on their way up to Church Bends as well. Two more emerge, and that's number 23 looking up the inside. Number 20, Adrian Kershaw, inside past Jack Fowler. Fantastic manoeuvre from Coward. He managed to get the inside line at Corner Cottage. Could he hold it on the way to Church Bends is the question as they roar their way back towards the start-finish line. Paul Jordan holding on to that third place quite comfortably at the moment as well. Back to you, Tim.
Two bikes together again, and it is Coward ahead of Hodson. That it's tighter, 0.2 between them. Coward leads Hodson, and there's quite a gap to third now. There's the third place man, Paul Jordan, but I'm hearing that Hodson has taken the lead further down the Castletown bypass towards Ballachagan. You are being treated royally here this evening. Three more bikes interview. That was Reese Hardesty, Paul Cassidy and Mark Colvin in 6th, 7th and 8th places. Paul Jordan then 22 is in 3rd. 4th is 24, Jonathan Perry. 5th, and it is 104.936 miles per hour from Jamie Coward. That is a new lap record. We told you they were going to go tonight. That was the prediction, and the first one has gone, and Hodson also was above the mark that James Cowton set back in 2017. So the boys are absolutely flying around the Colas Billown course here this evening. Jonathan Perry, 24 is in 4th. 5th, 61, Barry Ferber. 6th is number 40, Reese Hardesty. 7th, number 14, Paul Cassidy. 8th is number 59, Mark Colvin. And up into 9th, 23, Adrian Kershaw. Who on earth's going to be leading out of these two at Cross Four Ways? Let's find out. Rob Pritchard.
Right on cue, it's Rob Hodson who's retaking the lead here from number 36, Jamie Coward. Just had a little more room to himself, Rob Hodson, to hold the line as they roar their way up there. Fantastic lap from Coward on that last lap as well. Number 22, Paul Jordan, makes his way through here. He's got a very comfortable cushion to the next machine coming down through the dip and past Maggie's Cottage here, and that's number 24, Jonathan Perry, on his way through, and number 61, Barry Ferber as well on that DC motorcycle Yamaha. So the traffic stretching out just that little bit more, but those two aren't going anywhere in a hurry. 14, 14 and 59. Reese Hardesty still leads from Paul Cassidy and Mark Colvin as another trio of machines make their way through the dip and down towards us around the hedge. It's number 20, Jack Fowler, ahead of number 23, Adrian Kershaw, as they make their way around Corner Cottage. Number 46, Anthony Redmond, he's around as well. Back to you, Tim.
Two machines again, little bit more of a gap maybe, and it is Hodson ahead of Coward, 0.47 seconds the margin. And then there's a quiet road. We'll see bikes emerge onto School Hill Rise shortly. Here's the man in 3rd, and it is a lap record once again. Paul Jordan through into 3rd, so it is now Rob Hodson that has the lap record at an astonishing 105.998 miles per hour. So they've broken that 105 margin, 105.988 for Hodgson, and Coward 105.489. Paul Jordan's certainly on the gas in 3rd as well at 103.520. And the first 8 bikes have all gone through at over 100 miles an hour. This is an absolute joy to watch. Hodson it is that leads, 0.47 seconds ahead of Coward. And then it's about 13.3 seconds back to Paul Jordan in 3rd. Then it's 24, Jonathan Perry. 5th, number 61, Barry Ferber. 6th, number 40, Reese Hardesty. 7th, number 59, Mark Colvin. 8th, number 14, Paul Cassidy. 9th, number 20, and up into that position is Jack Fowler, and 10th is Adrian Kershaw, because they're out on their last lap of 6 for the final time in this race out to Cross Four Ways. What a thriller, Rob Pritchard.
Absolutely, 2 more emerging yet again. It is Rob Hodson. He's still got that advantage, but only a bike length between him and Coward through Corner Cottage there. So this looks like it's going to be going right to the wire, Tim. building the tension, those two. Absolutely fantastic stuff for the first race of the day. They're still opening up that gap to number 22, Paul Jordan, but he himself, he's not been hanging about, as you rightly pointed out, as he starts making his way up the cogs up towards Church Bends as well. But that front three really starting to open up that gap there. So it was still Hodgson. First two corner cottages, 24-61, make their way through. So that's Jonathan Perry and Barry Ferber as well. But my word, is it going to be tight when it gets all the way back through the stadium and towards your line as Reese Hardesty, Mark Colvin and Paul Cassidy all the way through as well there. So Hardesty holding his own against those two machines as well. Can he keep that up as well? Well, back to you, Tim.
Two are together on the bridge, and one has just got a head over, taking there, and it's Coward that takes victory. Coward with the win. They didn't set any lap records again. The lap record will stand to Rob Hodgson at 105.998, but they were literally together coming across the bridge, the fairings, and I think Coward made the move there and managed to get ahead of force Hodgson a little bit wide, but Coward takes the win ahead of Hodgson. And then it's Jordan in third. A breathless opener, Chris Kinley.
Well, Jamie and Robert both come in, and they're just going to have a conversation, so we'll just steer clear from for a minute. Paul Jordan confirmed in that third place, 105.998 for Rob Hodgson in second place. Jamie Coward takes to win 105.489. Paul Jordan's quickest lap, 103.520. And we'll just... tension just calm a little bit here, just a moment at the end of the race. Let him take his lid off and just calm the thing. So fourth place, number 24, Johnny Perry. Fifth place to 61, Barry Ferber. Sixth for 59, Colvin. Seventh for 40, Hardesty. And eighth for number 14, Cassidy at the moment. And 20, Jack Fowler. And 23, Eddie Kershaw. They're your top 10. But Jamie Coward, another win around Billown. That was hard work.
Oh, yeah. Just like to apologise to Rob. One of the laps we're going into the bomb hole, and I had a good run through the left. I think it's Williams into the bomb hole. I came alongside him, and he just didn't realise I was there. And we went round the bomb hole side by side. And I do apologise to Rob because I'm not like that at all. But it was a fantastic race with Rob. You know, he's had the edge out the corners, and now he's had the edge on the top end. It's like pre-TT Classic all over again.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just made up to it. This year, you know yourself, with the TT, we had a engine failure, and then the little girl's been misbehaving most of the year. So it's nice to. We rode with a win, and I'm over the moon to be fair.
Your quickest lap was 105.489. Rob did nearly 106.
Yeah, I thought he's fighting fourth or fifth lap. I think he pulled quite a big gap on me, you know what I mean? I thought that's a fairly fast lap to be fair. So to be going under lap record, Ivan's old lap record, and
James Cowan's
old lap record, you know. So there's two boys there we can't grumble against, you know. James and Ivan were fantastic round here on the bike. So yeah, I'm just made up, you know, for the team, myself, my family, everyone. It's just. Yeah, we're just chuffed a bit.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll grab a word with Rob if we can, just for a moment, and we'll get up. Consolation for a second place, Rob, and he's told me exactly what happened in the bomb hole. I know he'll have a chat afterwards about it, but you're the new lap record holder, 105.998. Great race.
Yeah, it was a good race, good fun. My bike had a bit more power at the corners, and I thought if it was behind Jamie onto the last lap, I thought I might be able to drag him to the line, but the bike just had I don't know if it was a misfire or cut out at the last corner. The spectators up there will back me up on what I say, but no, it was a good race. Just thanks for the Daffabet team for everything.
And Adam puts a good bike together, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. He's the man for them. Yeah, but full credit to him. He don't mess about when it comes to Super Twins.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers. And Paul Jordan's going to take third place. He likes this class. Does Paul. Quickest lap of hang on, where's it gone? 103.52, Paul.
Yeah, sort of struggling there. Them lads just two of them got away, and I sort of held up behind another lad. So yeah, it is what it is, and I'm quite a bit disappointed to be fair that I wasn't a bit closer to them. But yeah, we got another character in tomorrow, so yeah.
You like this class, don't you?
Yeah, it's becoming a habit. This isn't it?
It is. Well done, Paul.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you very much. So there we go. The front three in the Mike Carouche 250 700s. I think we are ready to go with the presentation. I think yes, we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, in third place, we just spoke to him there with the fastest lap of 103.520, number 22, Paul Jordan. Well done, Paul. Mike Carouche, thanks, Mike, again for sponsoring this, as he has for many, many years. Robin, Mike and family. In second position and the fastest lap of the race, a new lap record of 105.998, 44, Rob Hodgson. also under the old race record as well. And your race winner, number 36, fastest lap, 105.489, Jamie Coward. And the top two riders both underneath the old Ivan Linton race record as well, so shows you the pace. Ladies and gentlemen, well done to Paul Jordan, Rob Hodson, and your race winner, Jamie Coward. And let's head back to the start line.
Thank you very much, Chris Kinley. And yes, a lap and race record. Coward with the race record, Hodson with the lap record. That was the 1-2, 36 from 44. And third, 22, Paul Jordan. Fourth was 24, Jonathan Perry. Fifth, number 61, Barry Ferber. Sixth was number 59, Mark Colvin. Seventh, number 40, Rhys Hardesty. Eighth, number 14, Paul Cassidy. Ninth, number 20, Jack Fowler. 10th, number 23, Adrian Kershaw. 11th, number 64, Stephen McKnight. 12th, number 46, Anthony Redmond. 13th, number 9, Forrest Dunn. 14th, number 10, Michael Russell. 15th, number 66, Stephen Tobin. 16th, number 97, newcomer Anthony O'Carroll. Well done to him. 17th, number 85, and that is Andy Whale. 18th, number 43, Steve Moody. 19th, number 11, Dan Sale. 20th, number 83, Gareth Arnold. 21st, number 73, Jack Petrie. And 22nd, number 89, Ryan Whitehall, another of our newcomers there. Well, there isn't going to be time to even dwell on a race here this evening, because we're going to be going through this race order. So in order to get the full lappage in for each race, the next is the Ellen Van in Fuels Senior Race over 7 laps, 29.75 miles. And on pole, let's hope the bike has been repaired overnight. Dean Harrison, number 1. Middle of the front row, number 6, Michael Dunlop. And then the race winner from that race we've just witnessed. What a race it was. 36, Jamie Coward. Second row is 15, Nathan Harrison. 7, Davey Todd, the winner last night in near outright lap record. And number 2, Ryan Neen. And the third row is Rob Hodson, number 44. 22, Paul Jordan. And 65, Michael Sweeney. And on row 8, I can tell you that bike number 19, and that is Jean-Pierre Paulet. That's been replaced by bike number 99, Jeffrey Lunn on the Suzuki. So he gets a run out in this. So a change there. Row 19 replaced by Chris Kinley, that the bikes are in the holding area. But in the meantime, let's just get reaction, because that's the first Southern 100 commentary for Rob Pritchard out there at Cross Four Ways. And well, now you know why we love the Southern 100, Rob.
I think all the explanations and all the stories were rather well justified before that, but a fantastic race out there. It just seemed to be almost at the flip of a coin who'd be coming through Corner Cottage here, whether it was Rob Hodson and Jamie Coward. There's some fantastic performances out there. And Paul Jordan as well, he did manage to, although he couldn't catch those two at the front there, did manage to get himself a fair bit of distance between himself and the travelling pack behind. So certainly not hanging about at all, Paul Jordan there in that third place. So congratulations to him, as well as Jamie Coward and Rob Hodson there. I think if that race is anything to go by, we're in for another big treat this evening, aren't we? And yeah, just as the sun just dips behind the clouds here, so I think the top of my head and my arms will be thanking the sunshine for that. Managing to protect myself just a little bit, but some fantastic speeds out there. And now, right, lap record as
well. No, Hannon, they do run evening special. Advised to be walking on the rules, but I would get yourself off the rail. You can be prosecuted for trespass on the rail lines. But we are now building up then to the Ellen Van in Fuels Senior Race. 700cc to 1100cc, and I think we've got bikes now coming into the holding area. So without further ado, straight down to our man Chris Kinley.
Thank you. Yes, cheers, Darren Creer. He's just rolled into his grid position on grid place number 10. He's the first bike there. Also, number 72 has just come in as well. Gary Ford. He rolls into his position. Where's Gary going to be? Gary's on row number 9. So they tell you what, these boys, they know exactly where they're going, and they know exactly where they have to be on this little bit of road. There's just a little link road that is between the Ballarlock estate and the little, if you want to go to the bypass, you can turn right back up to where Sir Tim is, or turn left to go south, Port Eyre and Port Mary, Ballabeg, Colby sort of area. But the little link road here has got little half squares on it. There's just got numbers by it, and they know exactly where they need to be. 45 is Dan Forbes, or Daniel Forbes. Where does Daniel going to slot in? He's going to be on row 8 on the left-hand side in track direction. And they have officials down here who know exactly where they want to be, and that is exactly where he goes to his spot. Clever, these lads, aren't they? 9, Forrest Dunn comes into his position. Where is Forrest? Forrest is going to be on row number 7, right in the middle. Number 2 is Ryan Neen. Ryan will be dropping into the second row on the right-hand side. 92, Jamie Williams, also just there as well. Jamie on row 7 alongside Forrest Dunn. Young Forrest gives us a wave too. It was a very well turned out machine. 82 going to get to his position as well. Zach Ultram, another newcomer. 82 machine. So we've got 78 coming through. 78 is David Brook. Where's David there? David is back on row 10 on the outside. 24, Jonathan Perry. I'm sure quite happy with his run in the twins. And he jumps in right onto row number 4. Maybe grab a word with Jono if we can. Jono, happy with the twins?
Yeah, good ride that. I wanted a podium, not going to lie. Like, I did try and hang on to Paul, and I stuck with him for a few laps, but they made a few little mistakes and he got away, and that's all it takes in the twins. It's so close at the front, and you've got to be on it everywhere. So yeah, we'll regroup and have a go in the next race tomorrow.
All right, Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan Perry. That off at number 24. So yeah, Paul Jordan said he got stuck in with him as well. Richard Charlton is here too. Richard on the number 42 bike there. Richard Charlton Racing R1 gets himself into his position there on his row. Number 4. 36, Jamie Coward comes in as well. Mark Parrott, 31. Paul Jordan just off that podium on road number 3. 46, Anthony Redmond just checking to make sure that his rear light is on the red BMW. Red's garage on the side of it. Jamie Coward's got the lid off. Mark Parrott having a little look down to Richie Charlton. There were some good battles on the road here. 64, Stephen McKnight comes in. 15, Nathan Harrison, fresh of that 3rd place last night. He'll get into his grid position, which will be on road 2, right behind the pole setter. Brand new rear tyre gone in the back of that as well. Another big controversies we had with TT and the Northwest 200 about tyres. I'm just interested to see. I'm going to get right to the front here now. I'm just going to get interested to see what tyre that Dean Harrison's on, and also Michael Dunlop's on. Jamie Coward on the race. I think the Metzeler Race Techs, I think he's on. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to see what Dean Harrison, well, see if Dean pops out, because when he came in last night after that race, he's coming around the corner, you could just hear the thing popping and banging a bit. Whether it was cutting onto the pit lane limiter or not, I don't know, but it wasn't sounding the best. And I think what did Davey Todd say last night? Davey was saying that when he came into Ballabeg, he looked at it. He looked down to the left-hand side going out of Ballabeg. But here is Dean. Dean is here on the number 1 bike. Our centre champion, of course, our solo champion here at the Southern 100. And the Dow Racing machine is there. Davey Todd on 7. He's going to be behind and not see Michael Dunlop yet. But I've seen Michael Sweeney. I believe Michael Dunlop and Michael Sweeney's lot were playing football a little bit earlier on in the paddock. Michael Dunlop, what did he say last night? He wasn't too happy about it anyway, but he rolls the Bill Bay Suzuki into position. Just a couple of adjustments made to the front steering damper there. Michael Dunlop is on Dunlops. Dunlop on the rear, Dunlop on the front anyway. I'll actually tell with Dean Harrison at the moment, because the gate is now open. So that will mean we will be getting underway here shortly. The Ellen Van Den Fuels 7-lapper. Number 1 is the first bike on, the Dow Kawasaki 3060 R1. You just heard that, Jamie Coward. Oh, this is a sight and a half. For those of you who are new to the Southern 100, welcome. First time here. Hope you've enjoyed it. Wait till tomorrow. We have a full day of racing, starting early doors, then a break for lunch, as we do here, and then we'll be racing again in the afternoon. So Rob Pritchard's out across four ways. He's going to take them through there for the start of this fantastic-looking 7-lapper, the Ellen Van Fuels race.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Those bassy tones I can just hear over the hills behind me. And you mentioned about Michael Dunlop there, that he just didn't appear too happy necessarily with that result yesterday in the previous senior race. Just couldn't quite seem to maybe get it nailed down, that build-based Suzuki. Just couldn't quite, I suppose, just get it nailed through certain parts. I'm sure he'd be in a far more learned position to tell you where that might be. But yeah, Davey Todd and Dean Harrison, for a while, they were out there just on their own effectively, weren't they? They really did start to pull out that advantage at the front. But Nathan Harrison holding off the advances of Michael Sweeney and Jamie Coward, that was something that will have certainly kept him busy mentally and physically, especially coming through Corner Cottage here. They were right on his tail. Will it be a similar scenario this evening or not? We're about to be making the way through Ballarat Stones and all the way up into the distance, Skellings Farm, and I could just see the machines emerging into the is number 1, Dean Harrison leading the way, number 15, Nathan Harrison, and Jamie Coward, Rob Hodgson just in behind there as well. And Michael Dunlop, there he is, number 6. He's just dropped a little bit back further down the field as they all make their way through 37. It's 40. 10. It'll be interesting to find out who can just start finding those advantages. Dean Harrison, of course, we'll wait to see if he's managed to get those technical gremlins out the way as the final 2 travelling marshals just make their way out the back of the convoy now, very much to Church Bends, I should say, and onto Great Meadow as well. So Harrison, he'll certainly be out for revenge track-wise, and if we can get anything like the tussle we saw between him and Davey Todd in those opening stages, we could be in for a real treat this evening. But you certainly cannot rule out the likes of Michael Dunlop, Nathan Harrison, and Ryan Neen in there as well, and Jamie Coward, of course, on the front row. So who knows what variables we're going to have to consider. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, I can see bikes streaming across the railway bridge there and making the right-hand turn onto the bypass here, and the travelling marshal at the front, just bringing them towards the grid positions. And as I say, all the officials ready again, just to check everything's in order. And they don't want to be waiting too long here. And Michael Dunlop is midfield rather than towards the back, which he tends to do. But Dean Harrison on that repaired Kawasaki, the Deo Racing Kawasaki. Michael Dunlop is in position as well. Michael Dunlop on the build-based Suzuki, the Hawk Racing man for the Ballymena rider. And then, of course, it is Jamie Coward, and he is on the 1000cc Yamaha powered by Steadplan, Halifax rider. A few little arm stretches as Davey Todd sits up there on the bike, and out. So all eyes at the back of the grid now to see the green flag be waved, and it is. Sign goes up again. Engage gears. Watch the lights, and we will be away now. And it's a good start from Harrison and Coward. Let's go to Chris Kinley.
From memory, the 2 Harrisons got a good start last night, but it is top 3. Jamie Coward in there as well. Unbelievable. What a start from Dean Harrison again. He wants to get away and get that win back, but Davey Todd is on his tail once more.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, listening to the commentary on the way here, the recording of the 2019, and we described Harrison as having a rocket machine to get off the start line, and it looks like that was pretty similar. He got an absolute flyer. Not sure whether Michael got the best of starts, because Jamie Coward looked to be getting ahead of him, and couldn't actually hear with the roar of bikes exactly what Chris was saying until he summed it up there, and it was Harrison who got away. So stand by your beds, everybody. This is going to be another thriller, I'm sure, as the big new stadium at the bottom of the Ballachagan, that will be a sight to see. But let's head out to Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, the volume's rising again as we just look into the distance in the sunshine. Volume rising, volume rising. Who's going to be emerging over that crest of the hill first as we continue to wait? There is the first set of machines making their way out, and it is two that have just got a bit of a march here. And it's number one, Dean Harrison ahead of number 7, Davey Todd, 15, Rob Hodson. Ryan Mead, number 24, Jonathan Perry, Paul Jordan through as well, 23, 92, 14, 64, 10, 31, and 9. All the way through as well. 3 more, followed by 28, 26, 13, 72, 81, and number 99, Jeffrey Lunn, just at the back of the pack there. So it's a bit of a deja vu. I think Harrison and Todd just pulling out a bit further in front, but it's not a sizable gap. Nathan Harrison in just behind as well, right on his tail. Number 6, Michael Dunlop as well. So much to look forward to if we're going to have that sort of action through Corner Cottage for the next however many laps. But they'll be roaring their way up to Church Bends and through the meadow. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, it's Harrison and Todd almost together, but it's Harrison who leads by 0.24 of a second ahead of Nathan Harrison. So it's 1 D Harrison ahead. Oh, tremendous action as we look up to the road. Look at this gaggle coming through here. In the middle of them was number 9 there, Forrest Dunn putting a move in. And Dunlop, we're hearing, has moved up. But it is Harrison who leads as we look to see all of the riders go through, including all the lower order riders. 29, 99, Jeffrey Lunn, 29th position for 99, Jeffrey Lunn. He is through, but it is Harrison that leads, but it is such a small margin, 0.2 ahead of Davey Todd. And we hear Dunlop had got up into third ahead of Nathan Harrison. Similar move has happened last night. That Nathan Harrison then is 1.6 seconds behind Todd as they cross the line here. But Dunlop was right behind him. And then in 5th, it's 36, Jamie Coward. What's it going to be at Cross Four Ways? Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, just waiting for the first 2 machines to emerge once again. We saw a real to and fro between those front 2, have now pulled out a bit more of a gap once again. Number 1, Dean Harrison. He's first through, followed by number 7, Davey Todd. Here is number 6, Michael Dunlop. Pulling away just a little bit from number 15, Nathan Harrison, who's got 36. Jamie Calver on his side. Then it's Mike Sweeney and Rob Hodson, 2 very close together on the way through. Just behind them, number 2, Ryan Mean. About a second or so. Number 42, leading 22, 37 and 46 there. 23, 92. So that's Jamie Williams just at the back there. Number 10, Michael Russell his way through. 4 more, led by 31, 64, 14 and 9 as well. So Forrest still at the back of the Mark Parrott in front there. And Muller through as well. Number 82, there's the newcomer, Zach Ultram, making his way round. And number 26 as well, Dennis Booth, 45 inside there. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, bike spotted on the bridge, and let's see who's got the lead as they finish the second lap. And it is Harrison ahead of Todd, 1 from 7. And 114.404. That is a race record there for this race, the Ellen Van in Fuels senior race. Previous record was 114.173 from Michael Dunlop back in 2017. So 114.173. It's now been beaten, 114.400. And also quicker than that was Davey Todd, number 7 in second. Michael Dunlop is in third. He was at 113.7, and he is 2.2 seconds down on Todd. Nathan Harrison is just a little bit further back now in fourth. So Dunlop moved up to third. We heard he'd done that further down the bypass. Fifth is number 36, Jamie Coward. Sixth, 65, Michael Sweeney. 7th, 44, Rob Hodson. 8th, number 2, 42, Ryan Neame. 9th, number 22, Paul Jordan. 10th, number 42, Richard Charlton. But it's number 1, Harrison, who's a fraction ahead of number 7, Davy Todd, at race record pace. Rob Pritchard, cross 4 ways.
Yeah, the pace just building and building and building as the first two machines once again emerge. Bigger gap again this time through Maggie's Cottage. Number 1, Dean Harrison from number 7. Davy Todd around 3 bike lengths are making out between them. And here comes number 6, Michael Dunlop as well. He'll want to try and close that gap. Number 15, Nathan Harrison, followed 3 bike lengths or so behind by number 36, Jamie Coward. Here's number 65, Michael Sweeney from number 44, Rob Hodson through Corner Cottage as well. That front group really starting to steal a march on the rest of the machines in behind them as number 22, Paul Jordan, makes his way through. And up on the inside here, number 37, Marcus Simpson couldn't quite get himself around Richard Charlton there as 3 more, 23, 92, 10 all the way through as well. That's Michael Russell, number 31 as well in there. That's Mark Parrott. So once again, it was Dean Harrison as well. Back to you, Tim.
And Harrison leads still ahead of Todd and 115.307 seconds. So that is a new race record again. Todd also over 115, 115.141, 0.69 of a second between number 1, Harrison, our leader, and number 7, Davy Todd, the winner last night in the big bike category. And well, he's challenging again. 4.5 seconds now back to 3rd is number 6, Michael Dunlop. 4th is number 15, Nathan Harrison. 5th, 36, Jamie Coward. 6th is 65, Michael Sweeney. And 7th is number 44, Rob Hodson. They're all over those 111 mile an hour mark. Up into 8th is number 22, Paul Jordan. Up into 9th is number 42, Richard Charlton. And up into 10th is 46, Anthony Redmond. But it's a head-to-head between Dean Harrison and Davy Todd at the top of affairs. And they're both over 115 miles an hour and just shy of the outright lap record. Rob Pritchard at Cross 4 Ways.
Yeah, rocket ships. That's how we should be describing them here, as right on cue. Front runners led Davy Todd as well. 2 bike lengths or so between them through Corner Cottage. Here a couple of seconds back, number 6, Michael Dunlop making his way through. He's stealing a march a little bit on this man. Number 15, Nathan Harrison, who's just managed to pull a little further ahead at number 36, Jamie Coward. Down in 5th there as 2 more emerge. Number 65, Michael Sweeney, who's keeping Rob Hodson, number 44, and the Dappermet Racing machine at bay as well. But you can see those front runners from Hodson all the way back. The gap's still stretching here, but Dean Harrison first through. Here's number 22, Paul Jordan as well. But Davy Todd still right on his coattails on the way through as number 42, 46, and 37 make the way. That's Marcus Simpson at the back of that little trio as another trio emerge through and round the hedge. Back to you, Tim.
What are we going to see on the chart here? Here's Harrison, the leader, 116.073, an outright lap record around the Colas Billown course. Fantastic stuff. And also, in fact, it's Todd that's got the outright lap record because he's gone quicker. 116.141 is the standard now. So Davy Todd, an outright lap record. He is 0.6 behind Harrison, the first 2 riders to ever go at over the 116 barrier. And it is Todd, just to confirm that, not Harrison, who now has the outright lap record. 0.6 between them. A further 6.5 seconds back is number 6, Michael Dunlop. He's over 114 now. 4th is number 15, Nathan Harrison. 5th, 36, Jamie Coward. 6th, number 65, Michael Sweeney. 7th, 44, Rob Hodson. 8th, 22, Paul Jordan. 9th, and up into that position, 46, Anthony Redmond. 10th, number 42, Richard Charlton. The outright lap record is smashed at Billown. Let's go to Cross 4 Ways. Rob Pritchard.
Just page by page of the record book just being ripped out here as they both emerge yet again. Closer together this time. Number 1, Dean Harrison leads through from number 7. Davy Todd here, only about a bike length or so between them, a couple of seconds back. Continuing his charge here, number 6, Michael Dunlop on that build base. Suzuki as well. 2 more emerge through the dip here. It's number 15, Nathan Harrison, keeping himself up in front of number 36, Jamie Coward on that Stepland Racing Machine as well. 2 more as well. Number 65, Michael Sweeney. Around 2 bike lengths or so between him and number 44, Rob Hodgson, who's keeping him honest there. So it really is that 2-bike shootout that we saw for just a little bit last night, and it is continuing. And as you mentioned, Tim, they're just slashing through the record books at the moment as number 22, Paul Jordan, makes his way through as well on that Prez Racing Machine. 2 more round the hedgerow. 46, Anthony Redmond. Great going from him. Number 37, Marcus Simpson. 42, Richard Charlton. So Anthony Redmond going well as well. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, they've just gone through. We just didn't spot them on the bridge that time. That's quick they are going. But Harrison is just a whisker ahead of Todd. It's tighter at a 0.45. Michael Dunlop is through his fastest lap of the race at 114.350. There's Nathan Harrison, number 15 in 4th. 5th is 36, Jamie Coward. There's 6th place, 65, Michael Sweeney, closely pursued by 44, Rob Hodgson. They're all over the 111-mile-an-hour mark. Harrison and Todd on that historic lap 4 over the 116 miles per hour around this little 4.25 miles course in the south of the island. Little move being put on here by 37, trying to get ahead of 46. He's already got ahead of 42, Richard Charlton. So that was Marcus Simpson making the move. 46, Anthony Redmond in 9th. 10th, number 37, Marcus Simpson, and then Richard Charlton in 11th. Harrison and Todd, what a battle. Who's leading at Cross Four Ways? Rob Pritchard with the answer.
Yeah, we wait to see his number 99, Jeff Willen, number 72, Gary Ford just make their way through here as well. Here they are, close together yet again, round the hedgerow. Number 1, Dean Harrison leads from 7. Doesn't seem like the gap is increasing or shortening anytime they come through here as number 6, Michael Dunlop makes his way through as well, and then a fair gap, only just seeing machines over the horizon behind them. It's number 15, Nathan Harrison, through corner Maggie's Cottage with Jamie Coward, number 36, right on his tail there. He really is pushing the Onken rider for all he's worth at the moment as number 65, Michael Sweeney, number 44, Rob Hodgson sticking to the back of his bike as well. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, just looking up the road here as 81 goes through. And yeah, they're in amongst the lower order riders now. But here come the leading duo. And Harrison's just got a little bit further ahead. Harrison, 0.65 ahead now of Davey Todd, number 7 in 3rd. There should be Michael Dunlop. Fast machine, fast approach from Michael Dunlop there. But he is 9.9 seconds down on 2nd place, Davey Todd. Little move being put on by Nathan Harrison there, getting ahead of Jamie Coward. So it's as he were at the end of the last lap. But I think Harrison just overtook coming over School Hill Rise. There's 6th place and 7th. That's 65, Michael Sweeney in 6th. 7th, number 44, Rob Hodgson. So they haven't gone quicker. They are dueling with each other just to, well, Dean Harrison's case, stay in the lead. And Davey Todd trying to hatch a plan as to where can I get my nose and front wheel ahead of Dean Harrison around this twisty technical circuit. 2 more bikes into view and side by side. And that is 46, Anthony Redmond, and 37, Marcus Simpson in 9th and 10th. But Harrison leads, but it's only 0.65 ahead of Todd. Let's go out to Cross Four Ways. Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, you mentioned, Tim, that Dean Harrison just seemed to have just got that little bit of wiggle room, but I don't want to be a betting man watching these two. Here they come again through Maggie's Cottage. It is number 1, Dean Harrison. Davey Todd around a bike length or so behind as they go through Corner Cottage, number 7 there, as number 81 makes his way through. That's Alan Connor as well. So a couple of these back runners here, number 13 as well, Darren Creer, and number 6, here he is, Michael Dunlop as well, through Corner Cottage as well. 2 more of those at the back of the group, 72 and 99 as well, as number 15, Nathan Harrison, still holding off the advances, number 36, Jamie Coward, as the 2 through Corner Cottage and roll to Church Bends here. So Nathan Harrison being certainly kept honest by Cowards. Here's Michael Sweeney and Rob Hodgson as well. So they make their way through. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, we're just having to call it early just to be certain. That is one of the lower order riders going through, but they are right in amongst them now. And here they emerge, and they're the closest they've been in this whole race. It's 0.09 of a second, and the checkered flag has been waved as well. So it is Dean Harrison who takes the victory by 0.09 of a second ahead of number 7, Davy Todd. And in third place is number 6, Michael Dunlop. So it's similar to the first race in that the man in second has got the outright lap record. But Dean Harrison chalks Kinley Mason.
Does that make 24 wins for Dean now? I think it does, Tim, doesn't it? Or 25?
Literally just going to that page, if you'll bear with me, in the commentary box. There's been hardly time to breathe. That's the Dean Harrison is now on 25 wins at the Southern 100.
Well, he gets a win after last night's disappointment. He takes the lid off, and the bike will be put up onto the podium area. And Dean, after last night, Dean, a bit of big disappointment, I'm sure, last night, but 116.073, your 25th win around billown. Well done.
Cheers, thank you very much. Yeah, no, last night we had a little electrical problem, which was a shame because Davy's putting a good battle on, so it would have been great, but it's nice to make up tonight to win that one, so we'll keep chipping away as the week goes on, but it's going to be hard work.
It is. He's making it hard for you, isn't he? Michael's coming as well. Michael's finding a bit more pace now.
Yeah, I think everyone will as the week goes on, so we'll just keep chipping away.
Happy enough?
Yeah, no, the bike's good. To be fair, Davy's bike's real strong, so it's nice to have a bit of a battle. It's good, it's great, I love it.
Well done, Dean.
Cheers, thank you
very much. You know, we're moving on a little bit, and let's have a chat with the man finishing second place. Didn't sound the best when you come in. However, the new outright lap record around billown at 116.141 is yours, Davy Todd.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Again, starting from that 5th on the grid makes it difficult. I'd like to lead from the front. I think I got some good lines around the course, but it's not easy to make a pass around here. And Dean's riding so well. He's the man around here. So to be honest, yeah, just trying every which way, a few different corners trying to get around. But no, he's good. He hits his marks. He doesn't make mistakes. I thought we might got tripped up, either of us, with the back markers there, but both seemed to get through with the skin of our teeth. And yeah, he beat me heads up, but we got plenty more to go yet, haven't we?
0.094 between you on the line. In the bridge on the last lap, what was that like?
Yeah, it was that last lap.
Where did you go? Did you go tight, outside, inside? Which way did you go?
I got a bit of a run. He ran in deep into Church Benz, and I thought he was going to compromise his drive, and I was probably maybe a little bit too hesitant through there, trying to get the run, and yeah, he got a good enough run out, and I thought maybe into Stadium, and he definitely went deeper than any other lap at Stadium, so he protected that, and then to the last corner went inside. I think he nearly lost the front a little bit. He had the outside foot off there at the last turn. I thought maybe I've just got enough to get the run on him, but it just the straight wasn't long enough.
Has yours popped off the head as a summit, has it? It has, yeah.
I think so. I think so. It's making a bit of a weird noise, but
running on 2.
To be honest, the bike's incredible. The whole team have produced an incredible bike there. The Malenko by Padgett's team have done an awesome job. The bike's faultless, in all honesty. The rest is me. I guess I'll have to pull my finger out in the other races.
116.141 new outright lap record holder, though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? To be honest, considering when we got here, I went out in that first session and I came back into the guys and I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I feel like a newcomer. It's 4 years since I've been here, but yeah, I think I've figured it out now. I think I've learned my way back around a little bit.
Well done, Davey.
Cheers, man.
Thanks very much for that. And Michael's quickest lap, 114.35. Not happy the other night. And Michael, third place, 114.35. Getting there, chipping away.
The boys worked hard last night. Fair play to them. We just brought a sword to a gunfight, and that's just the way it is. You know, we're just lacking speed. Them bikes are freaking so fast. I just get reamed off the line, and that's just the way it goes.
Bet you're looking forward to the 600 race a bit later then.
Yeah, no, hopefully it should have more of a contention there. It's three bikes going well, so it'll be interesting to see what these boys' bikes how quick they'll be in this. You know, obviously it'll be tight going. It'll be hard racing. The boys are riding hard. There's no doubt about that. So, but with the pace being so hot, everyone has to be meant, and we're just not there yet.
What was it like across racing over in Europe over the past few weeks?
It
looked good fun.
It was all right. went right home about it.
What about Armoy? You can do that in a couple of weeks. Looking forward to the Race of Legends again.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going or not. I'll just go out here and make my way, go from there.
All right, Michael, thanks for your time.
Right.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. So there's the first three in the Ellen Vannin Fields race. Tim, I think we're just doing some possible TV interviews with Dave and the Green Light guys. You want to tidy up a second? Come back in a minute?
Absolutely, yes. Just tip me the wink when you're ready. So, yes, fourth was number 15, Nathan Harrison. Fifth, number 36, Jamie Coward. Sixth, number 65, Michael Sweeney. Seventh, number 44, Rob Hodson. Eighth, number 22, Paul Jordan. Ninth, number 46, Anthony Redmond. Travelling Marshall just goes through. 10th, number 37, Marcus Simpson. 11th, number 42, Richard Charlton. 12th, number 92, Jamie Williams. 13th, number 23, Adrian Kershaw. 14th, number 10, Michael Russell. 15th, number 31, Mark Parrott. 16th was number 9, Forrest Dunn. 17th, number 24, Jonathan Perry. Let's go back to Chris Kinley.
Yeah, just about ready to then. I'll finish off the top 20 for you, Tim. 78, David Brooke in 18th place. 64, Stephen McKnight, 19th. And 45, Daniel Forbes, your top 20. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the prize presentation for our race here at Billown, the Ellen Vannin Fuels, over 7 laps, and Andy Sweetman's here to do it. Andy Sweetman, thank you very much. And of course, to Ellen Vannin Fuels, a regular supporter here down at the Colas Billown circuit. Ladies and gentlemen, give Andy Sweetman and Ellen Vannin Fuels a round of applause, please, folks. Thank you, Andy. So we'll just let Dean get the gloves and get the hat and everything up. Ladies and gentlemen, in third position with the fastest lap of 114.35, Michael Dunlop. Second position and a new outright course lap record, 116.141 for Davy Todd. And also over the lap record and 116 mile an hour lap, 116.073, 25th winner Billown for Dean Harrison. And thank you very much to Andy Sweetman and the guys at Ellen Vannin Fuels, to Michael Dunlop, to Davy Todd and Dean Harrison. Tim, we've got another race coming up in the background. Back to you.
And it's important we give the information out because there were white plates and yellow plates in the 600 Super Sport class. Such was the size of the entry that we need to tell you actually who's in race 4B, which is effectively the consolation. It's the bikes that were 31st and on 30 will start. So it's on pages 36 and 37 of the program, and I can tell you who is in. They are bikes number 10, 12, 25, 33, 38, 41, 47, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 57, 58, 62, 67, 69, 73, 74, 75, 77, 78, 80, 87, 88, 89, 90, 93, 96, and 99. Who's got the full house? Let's give you the front row. Number 38, Don Gilbert is in pole, followed by number 73 in the middle of the front row, Jack Petrie, and number 10, Michael Russell. Second row is 69, Jan Galley, 12, Ty Jones, and 57, Kevin Barsby. And the third row is 74, Aaron Hughes, 93, Paul Cranston, and 53, Colin Croft. The fourth row of the grid sees number 78, David Brooke, number 50, and that is Mark Jackson, another of the newcomers, the man from Sheffield, and number 90, Craig Houghton. Fifth row is 89, Ryan Whitehall, another newcomer. 99, that is Jeffrey Lunn, and number 25, Tom Snow. He's on a Mock Parrot racing bike, the man from Guildford. Sixth row is number 80. That's David Glossop. the man from Wilmslow, number 41. That is Russell Brook, a newcomer. And number 96. And 96 is Damien Free. That is Kieran Brocky. Crew number 58. 58 is Brian Fuge. And then it's 52. And 52 is Brian Clark. 8th row is number 55. That's newcomer Martin Clare. Number 54, Paul Turner, the rider from Colby. And number 88, Andy Sellers. 9th row, number 77, Neil Rutledge. Bikes are on the circuit. Number 62. 62 is Edward Hosker. And number 75. 75 is Daniel Capper. And the back row, row 10, is number 47, Andrew Castle. Number 67, Kerry Morgan. And number 87, and 87 is Paul Magnay. It's important to let you know who's actually in this race, because it's an enormous field that's in the programme. So that gives you the runners and riders competing in this JCK Supersport 600cc B race. Let's go out to Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. It's quite the field, I think it's fair to say, isn't it? So it'll be interesting just to see who can make it out there, I guess, and start to make an impression. It was good to see those who I think were in the, correct me if I'm wrong here, the non-qualifying side actually making their way into the A race, which of course is set to follow this as well, as I can hear the machines whirring away over in the distance over towards us. The green flags are out, of course. Sun's just gone in a little bit here at Cross Four Ways. It'll be the same for yourselves with the cloud cover. So all of a sudden, I've had to go from worrying about sunburn to actually putting the big purple Manx radio jacket on. Got to love the Manx elements, have you? As we can hear that volume rising ever closer yet again, as they'll be roaring their way around past Ballowetstone over across the horizon. There is the travelling marshal leading them through the dip and through Maggie's cottage here. This is that noise on the way through, led by number 38. There he is. Your man on 350. And number 90 as well. Then it's Craig Houghton, number 93 and 41. So Paul Cranston, Russell Brook in there, one of the newcomers as well. 3 more, then it's 33, 58, 52, 54 with the orange bib on there as well. So that's Paul Turner, one of the newcomers, as more will make their way on that procession all the way through Cross Four Ways here. 67, 87 backing up the field there. So that's Paul Magnay, the man from Appleby. As the final 2 travelling marshals just lead the rest of the pack all the way through Church Bend and up through Great Meadow as they begin that procession all the way down to Stadium Bend, as well as we could just see the course inspection car just making its way past us as well. So all of a sudden the light has just gone down a little bit here. Still plenty of it, I think it's fair to say, but the temperature has also dropped dramatically as well. But no time for any more lecturing on that. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, just an appeal, really. There was a bit of a delay in getting the roads open car out last night. It was for justifiable reasons, as they had the sweeper out, but no need to start having a go at some of the marshals, as has been reported. The marshals are absolutely essential things here at billown and elsewhere around the world. So to show a little bit of patience if there is a slight delay in you getting away, and just remember what treats you're getting here at the racing. And there's our pole man, number 38, Don Gilbert, and number 73, Jack Petrie, and number 10, Michael Russell. That is your front row as the officials just check that everybody's in. A few of the riders just doing a few stretches, checking the helmets on. Rider there, number 12, Ty Jones, has just got off the bike and just kneeling down and making some adjustments there, and looking away another riders further. Jones off his bike at the moment and does seem to have an issue. He's kneeling down and looking towards the rear tyre, maybe the chain just not happy with something, and some help being offered by the man there, Kevin Barsby, number 57. And I think they are going to take that bike away. Or no, it's just being held. And again, he's right lying on. So a little bit of a delay. Just clipboard being brought up by the official. There's a conversation taking place, and a little bit of agitation further down the grid, of course, because they don't want the tyres getting cold, and they want to get on and they want to get away. And well, he's still looking down at the bike, but looks as if he is going to make a start here. And the green flag now is waved. Engage gears. The sign is flipped round. Watch the lights. Revs go up, and away we go. And Ty Jones was cleanly away. Let's go to Chris Kinley.
Oh, this is going to be a cracker. Great stop by 38. Just called 38 because I was keeping a little eye up the road as well. But 38 has got the whole shot, Tim. 38, Don Gilbert is there.
Yeah, worrying time that for everybody on the grid, but clearly there was something amiss on Ty Jones's bike, number 12, and so concerned he got off. He was kneeling at first, looking at whatever the problem was, and then when the official came and held the bike, he was actually horizontal on the ground, trying to check out whatever it is, whether there'd been a little bit of dirt. Maybe ask better to ask Andy what the conversation was, and we can bring that to you. As Andy Clark it was who was talking to Ty Jones there on the grid. But we are underway with the JCK Supersport 600ccB race, and well, there was a little bit of a anxious few minutes there, and people just not wanting the tyres to get cold, but we have got the story. Beth, you can tell it.
Yeah, apparently the guy behind some rubber, not sure, couldn't see a real problem, so fingers crossed.
Okay, thank you very much, Beth. There we are, the frontline story. Let's go to Rob Pritchard at Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, like you said, Tim, yeah, just a little bit of minor concern there as to get things underway as the first machines do emerge there. Don Gilbert had that good start, of course, right through and past Chris Kinley. It's Don Gilbert who is just in front of number 12 here. That's Ty Jones who goes up on the inside, and he's first through Corner Cottage. Brilliant move from Ty Jones there. 93 and 53 through as well, and another of them. 78, 99, 25, 96, 41, 33, 58 and 80 on the way through. It's just a sea of machines. 77, 52, 88, 62, 47, 55, 67, 87, 75 and 54 as well. It's a travelling marshal backs up the group. But Ty Jones, whatever gremlins he might have been having to deal with just as they got to the start line there, they don't seem to have held him back as he's managed to get himself right up alongside number 38, Don Gilbert there, and get himself up on the inside of Corner Cottage as well, and just managed to take himself through on that inside line as they wrought their way up to Church Bends. But up there, certainly dusting off the cobwebs, whatever they are by the looks of it. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, there's a long snake of bikes going across the bridge, and it is 38 that leads. Don Gilbert from 12, Ty Jones. Just going to let you listen to the bikes across the line here. The bike just coming up now is the number 12, Ty Jones, who did make a really good start from the middle of the second row when we got underway. Third, number 10, Michael Russell. Fourth, number 73, Jack Petrie. Fifth, number 74, Aaron Hughes. The newcomer, sixth, number 57, Kevin Barsby. Seventh, number 69, Jan Galley. Eighth, number 89, Ryan Whitehall. Ninth, number 50, Mark Jackson. 10th, number 93, Paul Cranston. 11th, number 90, Craig Houghton. 12th, number 53, Colin Croft. But the pole sitter, he's only a fraction ahead of the man who was having all the issues, it seemed, on the front row, on the second row, I should say, in the middle. Ty Jones, but the gap is just 0.06 of a second, and it's just 0.6 back to third place, number 10, Michael Russell. Let's go to Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, and looks like number 38, Don Gilbert's been a bit of a break for it. He's got a bit of a gap here into Corner Cottage, and number 12, Ty Jones, being caught by numbers 73 and 10 here. So number 73 up into third, number 10, and up on the inside, three more there. Fantastic stuff. 50, 90, 93, 53, and 78 through there as well. So the field spreading out just a little bit more in that last lap also. Next to number 99, Jeffrey, number 25 as well. That's Tom Snow, 96 and 41 as well, 33, 58 and 80 on their way through as well. So Don Gilbert just opening up that advantage a little bit more, but Michael Russell overtaken by number 73, Jack Petrie, who's up into third. Great running from him, and Aaron Hughes, the newcomer, Chris off from him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another gaggle on their way through, backed up by one of the newcomers, number 54. That's Paul Turner on the 600 Kawasaki, the man from Colby. But as Don Gilbert just seems to be just making his way a little bit further forward, he's opening the gap. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, just one machine now. Two more, three more emerge, but it is Don Gilbert who leads. And it is number 73, Jack Petrie, who's in second. Third place is number 10, Michael Russell. And down into fourth is number 12, Ty Jones. Fifth and up there is upper place is number 69, Jan Galley. Sixth, 57, Kevin Bardsby. 100.598 for Don Gilbert on that lap. The record stands to Lee Henbury in 2019 at 101.008. So we're not too far away from that. Seventh, 74, Aaron Hughes. Eighth, number 89, Ryan Whitehall. Ninth, number 50, Mark Jackson. 10th, and up into 10th is number 90, Craig Houghton. 11th, 93, Paul Cranston. 12th, and up into 12th is 78, David Brook. 13th is 53, Colin Croft. 14th, 99, Jeffrey Lunn. And 15th, number 25, Tom Snow. But it is number 38, Don Gilbert, who is the rider on that Kawasaki from Nutburn, who leads, but it's 2.5 seconds ahead of Petrie, number 73 in second, and the third place right there with Petrie is number 10, Michael Russell. Has Gilbert made the break? Let's go to cross four ways and Rob Pritchard.
Oh, it's a little closer Tim as 38, Don Gilbert, he still leads, but right on his tail, number 10, Michael Russell, and then there's number 73 as well, just behind Jack Petrie. Great lap from him as well. 74, 69, and 57 next to in that order, and number 89 as well. There's Ryan Whitehall, the newcomer, number 50 as well. Another newcomer in there, Mark Jackson, and then four more emerge, led by number 90 there. So that's Craig Houghton, backed up by 53. That's Colin Croft, and number 12, Ty Jones. There he is. He's dropped all the way down. So are those gremlins starting to reappear as well, as four more around the cottage as well, by number 99, Jeffrey Lutt, 96, 25, 41 in there, 58, 80, and 33 in that order as well. So Don Gilbert, number 38, his advantage has been almost cancelled out by number 10, Michael Russell, right on his tail, and Jack Petrie, number 73, 52, 77, 80 coming through as well. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, it looks closer this time for sure. Three bikes emerge, and it's a new leader. Number 10, Michael Russell, has got ahead of number 38, and that is a new lap record for this class as well. 103.079 from number 10, Michael Russell. The record book is in shreds this evening. Michael Russell, a lap record for this race, 103.079. Number 38, Don Gilbert, is 100.988, which is also ahead of Lee Henbury's 2019 mark of 101.008. The gap is 0.47 seconds, and 73.89. So the top three all break the record, but it is Russell, the new race leader, number 10, Michael Russell, who has the advantage of nearly half a second and that new race lap record. Fourth is, and up into fourth is number 74, Aaron Hughes, the newcomer. Fifth is number 69, Jan Galley. Sixth is number 57, Kevin Barsby. Seventh is number 89, Ryan Whitehall. He's going well and moving up. Eighth, number 50, Mark Jackson. Ninth, number 90, Craig Houghton. 10th, number 78, David Brooke. They're swapping places all over the place. Who's going to be leading at cross four ways? Rob Pritchard with the answers.
Right on cue, number 10, Michael Russell pulling out quite the gap now. Here's number 38, Don Gilbert, who's just being closed down. 3 bike lengths between him. Number 73, Jack Petrie. Great run from him. Jan Galli's on number 69. Ryan Whitehall. Great running from them as well. 74, 69, and 57 in that order as well. Here is number 89, Ryan Whitehall, the newcomer. Great run from him so far. Followed by another newcomer as well, in number 50, Mark Jackson as well. So Michael Russell is not hanging about. He's stretching that advantage. Number 78 up on the inside of 90 here, and then 93. Lovely move there by David Brooke. Number 53, Colin Croft. He's through Corner Cottage as well. So Michael Russell's number 12, Ty Jones, who's of course dropped back after that solid start as well. He's through as well. But it's Michael Russell. And yeah, I think, Tim, we're going to be needing an industrial shredder sometime soon. 25, 99, 41, 96 through. Back to you.
Yeah, and pulling clear, it looks as well, is number 10 now. He crosses the line as 2 bikes emerge on the School Hill Rise. First of those is 38. And another outright lap record for this category here. 103.982 is the new mark. So, yeah, you're right. The industrial size shredder is required here. It's 38 Don Gilbert in second. He's 3.8 seconds down on Russell now. In third is number 73, Jack Petrie. They've all gone over the old lap record. That's gone into the history books now. Fourth, number 74, the newcomer, Aaron Hughes. Fifth, number 69, Jan Galley. Sixth, number 57, Kevin Barsby. Seventh, number 89, Ryan Whitehall. Eighth, number 50, Mark Jackson. Up into ninth is number 78, David Brooke. And in 10th is number 90. And number 90 is Craig Houghton. 103.982 miles per hour. Remember, the existing record for this race at the start was 101.008. They have smashed that mark. So 3.8 seconds. Number 10, Michael Russell, leads over number 38, Don Gilbert. He, in turn, is 1.1 second ahead of number 73, Jack Petrie, and they, the top 3, are some distance ahead of the rest. Let's go to Rob.
Great timing there is number 10, Michael Russell, still stretching that advantage, and there's number 38, Don Gilbert, still being kept honest here by number 73, Jack Petrie. Great ride from him. Look at what some of these newcomers are achieving out here today. Number 74, Aaron Hughes, the man from Westerham, on the FB motorcycles. Fantastic from him. He's leading number 69 and 57. Well, number 89 as well. Another good newcomer this evening, Brian Whitehall, that Yamaha R6. Number 50 as well, Mark Jackson as well. So some great running from some of these newcomers out here tonight as well. But Michael Russell stretched that advantage, his 78, 90, 93 in that order. And then just a couple of seconds back in number 53, Colin Croft as well. Just can't quite seem to keep pace with that trio, just getting away from them as they head up towards Church Benz there. But Michael Russell, this man means business. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, the man who, of course, in every single race at the TT. And he crosses the line, and no record this time. But what's the gap? 6.6 now, an extended advantage for number 10, Michael Russell, ahead of number 38, Don Gilbert. There's only 0.4 of a second, though, between Gilbert and third place. 73, Jack Petrie. Great tussles going on right the way through the field here. Up into fourth now is the newcomer, number 69, Jan Galley. Fifth, number 74, Aaron Hughes, another newcomer. In amongst them is the number 57, Kevin Barsby. And seventh is number 89, Ryan Whitehall. Then it's 8th, number 50, Mark Jackson. 9th, number 78, David Brooke. 10th, number 90, Craig Houghton. 11th, number 93, Paul Cranston. 12th, number 53, Colin Croft. And tell you that newcomer Ryan Whitehall has gone over 100 miles an hour, 100.471, as has newcomer Aaron Hughes, 100.326 to be in 5th position. But it is Michael Russell with an extended advantage of 6.62 seconds. Number 10 leads 38, Don Gilbert, who's been kept very honest. And hearing that number 12 is a retirement. That's Ty Jones. Man who had the issues at the start. Let's go to Rob.
Now he's opening up through Corner Cottage here, and there is number 30, Don Gilbert, still holding off the advances here. Absolutely keeping him honest through there. Fantastic work as well from number 69, Jan Galley, the man from Martigues as well, up into fourth as well after that lap. Brilliant work from him as well. And here comes numbers 74 and 57. So that's Aaron Hughes holding off, and on the way through two more as well. So Aaron Hughes, number 74, he's back up into the mix as well. Here's number 50 as well. Mark Jackson on his way through, another of the newcomers there. Three more through the dip, and here is number 78. So that is David Brook, numbers 90 and 93. Craig Houghton, Paul Cranston, and number 53, Colin Croft as well. So some eye-catching performances from the newcomers. Back to you, Tim.
I think it's an even bigger lead now, but he's just either looking behind or to see where anyone is there, but they weren't. They're just emerging now. Or he's got a slight issue with the bike. Let's hope it's the latter for Michael Russell. The last lap flag is being shown. Number 10, just 4.25 miles away from victory. I think he was just checking behind him to see how far back they were. It's 57, Kevin Bardsby moves now into fourth. Into fifth is number 74, Aaron Hughes. Sixth, number 89, Ryan Whitehall. And seventh now is Jan Galley. So they're swapping and having a great battle around every straight and corner of the Colas Billown course. Eighth, Mark Jackson, the newcomer. Ninth, 78, David Brook. 10th, number 90, Craig Houghton. 11th, number 93, Paul Cranston, and 12th, number 53, Colin Croft. But it is Michael Russell with a 6.61 second advantage now over number 38, Don Gilbert. He, in turn, is 0.8 ahead of number 73, Jack Petrie. So there's still a battle of second and third. And then there's a big gap back, nearly 14.4 seconds till fourth place. Great battles down amongst the lower order riders there. Fourth place is 57, Kevin Barsby. The race record's gone. Can he get the race win? Michael Russell leads. Let's go to Rob.
On cue again, Tim, as ever, impeccable timing. Here's number 10, Michael Russell, your race leader, on his way through. That gap just seems to have gone down a little bit as number 38, Don Gilbert, is through. The 73, Jack Petrie, keeping him honest as well. That gap just seems to have dropped just a little bit to number 10, Michael Russell. Still got a sizable advantage by the looks of it, but those two, for those final two podium places, keeping them honest, you could practically roll the dice for the fourth position. Here's number 57, Kev Barsby. 74, Aaron Hughes, 89, Ryan Whitehall as well, so still anyone's game for that fourth spot. Number 69, there's Jan Galley, he's dropped off a little bit, so for that fourth spot in particular, could be anybody's game going through Church Bends and through Great Meadow as well, as we see number 50 as well. There's Mark Jackson on his way through as well on the Yamaha, the Mark Jackson Racing. Number 78 as well there, David Brook on his way through two more, 90 and 93. So that's Craig Houghton and Paul Cranston and Colin Croft, number 53. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, bike emerges again, a look behind, but he's just touring across the line. He managed that lead. Michael Russell takes the victory. He's got a lap record as well for this race. Second is 38, Don Gilbert, and 73, Jack Petrie. That was nonchalant from Russell as he crossed the line, looking backwards to almost say, well, here I am. I'm just going to cross the line and take the win. Let's go to Chris Kinley.
Yeah, thanks very much, Tim. Mike Russell, 103.982. Last lap, 99.5, winning by 2.1 in the end. Let him get the gloves, which will be going off, and he has got to go off quickly because he's going to get the sidecar out to do a few bits and bobs on that. But let him take the lid off. Jack Petrie just in there. We'll grab a word, but Mike, quickly, I know you've got to get out and get a lap on the sidecar. Fastest lap, 103.982. And you like record for the class. I'm sure you'd probably be better in the yellow class, really. I bet that's what you hoped for, was it?
To be fair, yeah, it was. Unfortunately, when I came here, I wanted to just qualify for the A final. You know, we did 2 laps in practice, and I'd, brake fade and everything else. We had issues at the TT with this little bike as well. But, it's just nice to get a race out. We're trying to do every class. I'm absolutely shattered, but thanks keeping us going. So yeah, we'll get out on the sidecar now and bed some brakes in before the race in a couple of minutes. So give us a wave.
Tell you what, you made to work for that though, first couple of laps, didn't you, to get to the front?
Oh, just standard Jack Russell, you know, just don't get off the line and then struggle from there. But you know, the three lads in front of us were having a right good ding dong. It was nice to watch actually. And I thought, shall I just sit here and just watch this because it's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, they made a little mistake, and I thought I'll just nip past and see how we can get on. But thank you very much, Chris. Anyway, I'm going to get undressed and dressed again for a sidecar.
All right, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, but cheers. Let's have a word with Don Gilbert if we can. And Don, Jack was just telling me, Michael Russell was telling me you two having a bit of a ding dong in front of him.
Yeah, it was it was quite good fun. I have to say, my bike's overheated a little bit though, so yeah, not sure if we get out for another one, but we'll see. But no, it's good fun.
Give me your fastest lap. I know you riders like to know these things. 102.50.
What's that in?
Hang on, wait a minute. I've got to change this now. You're asking me to do technical things. Hang on a minute.
Hello to Mum and Dad, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Hello to Mum and Dad.
2 minutes 29.265.
Nice, cool, wicked.
See, everyone says they'd like to know speed, yeah, but 2 minutes 29.265, and they're just a second ahead of Jack in third.
Yeah, well, he came a bit closer, but yeah, he was a bit too quick for me today.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You must speed to Jack. Do you want to know your lap time or your lap speed?
Lap speed.
Oh, see, he wanted lap time. 2 minutes 29.33, and I go, but I'll have to do this. I'm too old to be doing all these technical things. 102.45.
Yeah, surprised by that. It's my first time 600 here, so I got to 98 yesterday, so I was just hoping for the 100. So yeah, 102. Yeah.
Where did Jack get past? Where did Mike Russell get past?
Straight.
Yeah.
I dodgy run out the final corner, and yeah, he just came flying past. I was following in third for one. I was thinking about making a challenge for second, but to be honest, he was just as quick as me, so there was no room to pass. But yeah, well happy with third.
Good crack.
Yeah, mega crack.
The smile says it all. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Thank you very much. So there you go. There's the front three in the JCK Limited 600cc. That's the B race. Going to do the presentation pretty handy, and I know they're going to be getting the 600A race up here in a moment, so we'll just wait for the final bike to get up on there. That's Jack Petrie's bike will be going up into that third position. So ladies and gentlemen, it's the JCK Limited B race. To do the presentation is Sue Staley. Thank you very much, Sue, for that. Ladies and gentlemen, in third position, just getting his bike up onto the podium now. Just give him a second, just get the standing. Oh, hello, get it up onto the top there. Yep, well done. Is number 73, Jack Petrie. Well done, Jack. Happy with his lap at 102.452. We'll just let him turn around and take the applause. Jack, turn around, please. There you go. Thank you. So we'll get the hat and get the Forager Vintners sparkling wine. In second place with the fastest lap of 102.502, Don Gilbert. And of course, Jack and Don both under the old lap record as well. And your race winner, number 10, fastest lap, and the new class lap record, 103.982, Michael Russell. So thank you very much to Sue and JCK once again. Well done to Jack Petrie, well done to Don Gilbert, and your race winner, Michael Russell. He's off to do sidecars. Let's go back to the start line.
Chris Kinley. So that's the top three. Fourth was 57, Kevin Barsby. Fifth, number 74, Aaron Hughes. He was the leading newcomer. Sixth, another newcomer, Ryan Whitehall. Seventh, number 69, newcomer Jan Galley. Eighth, number 50, newcomer Mark Jackson. Ninth, number 78, David Brook. 10th, number 90, Craig Houghton. 11th, number 93, Paul Cranston. 12th, number 53, Colin Croft, as the travelling marshal just goes through. 13th, number 25, Tom Snow. 14th, number 96, Damien Crook. 15th, number 41, newcomer Russell Brook. 16th, number 99, Jeffrey Lunn. 17th, number 58, Brian Huge. Number 33, Kieran Brocky. 20th, number 52, Brian Clark. 21st, number 88, Andy Sellers. And 22nd, number 77, Neil Rutledge. And I can tell you that number 12, Ty Jones, did in fact retire towards the end of that race. We just didn't get time really to put that out. He was the man that was just having that issue at the start. But it was second at the end of the first lap, but then slid further and further back through the field. So we now move to race 4A, and that is the Radcliffe Butchers 600cc race. I'm just hearing that there might well be a 5-minute delay while I deal with something. That's what we've got from race control. So just a little 5-minute delay just gives us time to set the scene then for this race. And then, like the last race, you've got the whole field on the pages 38 and 39 of your race program for the Steam Packet Southern 100 International Road Races. £10 really is important to try and buy a program and support the club. Keeps them going, means they'll be back next year to put on more thrilling racing like the stuff we are witnessing here this very evening. So let's tell you who's in the race, the numbers only, to get through it quicker. So get your bingo cards and race programs ready. They are number 1. These are the starters. Number 1, number 4, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 14, number 15, number 18, number 20, number 21, number 22, number 26, number 30, number 31, number 36, number 37, number 39, number 40, number 42, number 44, number 45, 51, 59, 61, 63, 65, 66, 84, 92, and 97. No multi-million prize if you've got those numbers, but at least you know who is racing now in the Radcliffe Butchers 600cc race. Let's give you the front row of the grid as well. At number 1, Dean Harrison is in pole position ahead of number 6, Michael Dunlop. And then 36, Jamie Coward. That is your front row. Number 44, Rob Hodson. And number 22, Paul Jordan. And the third row is number 21, Joe Yeardsley. Number 65, Michael Sweeney. And number 15, Nathan Harrison. Then we have number 40, Reese Hardesty on the fourth row. Number 42, Richard Charlton. And number 92, Jamie Williams. Fifth row is number 37, Marcus Simpson. Number 4, Sam West. And number 59, Mark Colvin. Sixth row is number 8. That is Russ Mountford, returning to action here on the Isle of Man. Number 66, Stephen Tobin. And number 30. And number 30 is Frankie Stennett. Seventh row is 31, Mark Parrott. 61, Barry Ferber. And number 14, Paul Cassidy. Eighth row, number 63. That is Mike Mace. Number 18, Andy Saylor. And number 51, Samuel Mousley. Ninth row, number 26, Dennis Booth. Number 20, Jack Fowler. And number 39, Matt Milcreast. And the 10th row is number 45, Daniel Forbes. Number 97, that's Anthony O'Carroll. Done really well to get into the A race rather than the B as a newcomer. And number 84 completes the lineup, and another newcomer in Lewis Arrowsmith. So that is the entire grid we've been able to give out to you. I can tell you, as we're talking lap records, race records in every single class, it seems. We've already seen an outright lap record go as well. We'll give you the record for this one, shall we? Just as everything else seems to be rewritten. Lap record is Dean Harrison from 2017 at 110.782. 110.782. So that is the mark that we're looking out for, as records just being obliterated here at the Steam Packet Southern 100 International Road Races. Well, let's get some reflections on what he's seeing at his debut Southern 100 out there at Cross Four Ways. Rob Pritchard, you are seeing something really, really, really special.
Yeah, absolutely, Tim. I think that was the question, wasn't it? And whether it was here or whether it was during the TT as well. We were all wondering, after the absence of a couple of years, enforced, of course, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. There's all those questions, isn't there, just about what development can be made to the likes of these machines in that time when the likes of infrastructure, the motoring industry included, is so affected like everything else. But I think if the racing that we've had on Ireland this year is anything to go by, it certainly hasn't stopped. It's progressed more than anything. We're seeing these records slashed this evening, some tremendous performances. And just to put another note, maybe it's some time, but I think time should be time to head back to you, I think, brief as it was.
We'll be back with you very shortly. I've just got more information on what's going on now from Race Control, and it is a delay while they're dealing with a non-race related medical emergency. So quite right as well that they are putting that as a priority and allowing the medical services and the person to get the treatment that they need. So the delay is medical emergency. Let's go back to Rob to continue his thoughts on what he's seeing.
Yeah, where was I? Talking about progression, I guess, in the years of absence and seeing those records being broken. And I was just about to come on to the fact, and I know I mentioned it a couple of times just in that last race as well, and I think it's pertinent as well looking at this one. Some of the performances from the newcomers out there that we have been seeing today, I think you spoke of two of those on the grid as well. Number 84, Lewis Arrowsmith, the man from Preston on that Honda CBR, and also on that grid as well. I'm just trying to my notes in front of me here. Number 97, Antonio from Tralee as well. And looking at some of the performances in that last race as well. I mean, I may not be able to name all of them just at this time. I'm just having a look through my notes as well. But when you look at number 89, Ryan Whitehall, number 69, Jan Gallian there, number 74, Aaron Hughes as well. He was on the AFB Motorcycles Yamaha, the man from Westrum as well. All of them pushing in around those 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th positions as well. It was almost like the roll of a dice every time they came through Cross Four Ways as to who might have some supremacy going through Corner Cottage as well. And that's wonderful to see, because we've talked, haven't we, about the importance of getting newcomers involved in these races every single year. And when it was announced to us that there were 14 newcomers being brought to the friendly race, I think it brought just a little bit of a smile to my face. I'm sure it did to yourselves and everyone else involved, to see that the passion is still there from those who are looking to make their name at these fantastic road races as well, and they're getting the performances in as well. So much encouragement for those getting involved as well, and looking forward to their future endeavours, whatever they may be. So it's not just maybe the headline, you could argue, is of course these lap records being smashed. I don't have access to an industrial shredder, Tim, you might do, but that really is just a sign that things really are still moving forward in this game. But on top of that as well, just underlying that as well, just seeing those fresh faces coming in and making an impression is also bringing plenty of joy to me, and I'm sure it is to others as well around here, and particularly those riders out there as well. So for the meantime, Tim, I think we'll go back to you just as the temperature continues to drop here at Cross Four Ways.
Oh, sounds like another layer of clothing's required to go on there at Cross Four Ways, and he's on the scaffold there of Corner Cottage, right on the corner there at Cross Four Ways, seeing over the hedge, which has just grown a little bit. Roy Moore used to have a wheelie bin as his desk there, and was able to not have to elevate himself up to the heights that Rob Pritchard has in order to see the bikes coming towards him from Maggie's cottage. So just to repeat, we've just got a short delay, we believe, because the race headquarters, the team up there in race control, are just allowing the emergency services to deal with a non-racing related matter, but in a medical emergency, all the same, and quite right too that is sorted out. The road closures, of course, will make call-out times a little bit longer, and it's very important that they get to a patient as quickly as possible. Just going to bring Chris Kinley in here just to reflect on what we've been seeing here, because you have done this longer than me, but I've been doing this a while, and I can't recall. I think we go back to the one you missed in 2009 where we saw racing like this. The records, every single race, Chris, we did speculate that the odd one might go, but it seems like nothing is safe at all that's in the history books at this meeting, Chris.
I think include that in the sidecar race as well, Tim. We'll probably see that a little bit later on. Quite right what Rob was saying as well about the temperature has dropped quite considerably here. There's a lovely just dark clouds area just knocking over towards the Scarlet Pool Vash area, but there has been some great racing. Even in that race we just saw there, the 600B race, they have these in Ireland called support races, and do you know what? They are absolutely on a mission tonight. Looking forward to the 600A race. Michael Dunlop, I think, is going to be the one we're going to have a look at for this one, because I think he will be keen to do some damage on this one. We're not getting the wins on the big bike, because what he wants, wins on that big bike. But yeah, him on that little 600, we know how quick he is on that. And hopefully we will see him at Armoy. I did ask him that question, whether he's going to be at Armoy. But yeah, let's hopefully he is going to be the Race of Legends on at the end of this month. So yeah, looking forward to this one when we get going. Hopefully this medical emergency, non-racing medical emergency, gets sorted pretty quickly, and we can get back underway here with a pretty big crowd still around. A lot of coats coming out, and the stalls down here doing very good business. The Joey Dunlop Foundation are here as well, Bruce and the team. If you want to support them while you're there too, that will be much appreciated. So yeah, Tim, my thoughts on that, it's going to be a cracking final couple of races for this evening. Looking ahead to a busy day tomorrow. I know loads of people are going to be coming on that overnight boat from Haitian, 2:15 in the morning, getting in at 6 o'clock in the morning. Just some information I was given a bit earlier on. They've been handed in at the race office there a credit card in the name of Fiona. So Fiona, if you've lost your credit card, the race office have your credit card as well. We have to, there's one more thing I was going to tell you as well, and it's completely gone out of my head. What I was going to say. Oh yeah, a certain John McGuinness was on at me before asking how we listened to the radio, so I told him. So John, Becky, Maisie, Ewan and all the team over there in Heysham, Morecambe, that sort of area. I hope you guys are okay, and we'll see you back here in August, September for the Manx Grand Prix. Hope you're listening and managed to figure out, well, Maisie probably did it, to be fair, sorting out the technical side. John, lovely to hear that you are listening, you're keeping an interest. I know you've been here in the past watching the race, and maybe you might even be here tomorrow like those people on the overnight boat. So they're my thoughts from down here, Tim. No sign of movement up in the holding area as of yet.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, I know John McGuinness has popped over to see the championship day in years gone by. Just a note, well, we've got a bit of time here as part of Greenlight Television's continuing progression to enhance their coverage of the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company Southern 100 road races. They and the Southern 100 Racing have been in discussion with the Isle of Man Civil Aviation Authority, and permission has been granted for Greenlight TV to make use of a special drone during the 2022 races being held, of course, this week. The Isle of Man CAA have issued the following notice. The Southern 100 Billown circuit and surrounding area is a no-fly zone for drones because of the proximity to the airport and the possibility of drones distracting competitors. There is only one drone with them to fly, and this is the TV drone of Greenlight Television, which will be flying in the Iron Gate to Ballabeg hairpin area exclusively. That's the furthest away from the air routes. You see the planes taking off and the wind directions the other way around landing. And you can see that that's the furthest part of the course that's unaffected by the flight routes into Ronaldsway Airport. So they do say that if you see any other drones around the billown course apart from the green light one, please do report that to race controls. So that should give us some spectacular coverage when we see the DVD and the online presentations from green light. And we've also mentioned that commemorative plaques for the Sudden 100 sidecar duos are being presented too. It is, of course, the 60th anniversary of the sidecars, and the teams have been given a little special memento plaque, which is a nice touch, I think, from the organisers. I do believe that machines are now heading towards the dummy grid area, so let's go back to Chris Kinley.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anthony O'Carroll, number 97, rolls into his position. Maybe grab a quick word of them if we can. We'll let the technical official just go and have a quick look. And Anthony, roll it back. Get yourself in position. How are you enjoying the Southern 100?
Absolutely fantastic, delighted. Great event. Excuse my friend.
Excuse the language here on Manx Radio.
Just great. It's great to be over here in Ireland, first time over. Great experience. I'm about doing the Manx next year, so great to get the experience and the time under our belt, get a few laps in of the TT course as well. But Southern 100, fantastic event. Well run, perfect conditions, couldn't ask for any better.
It's just like a race back home, isn't it?
Oh, just brilliant, yeah. It's a lot wider, a lot more room.
It's not scaries.
It's not scaries, no. Brilliant. Just nice people, well ran, couldn't ask for more. Enjoying the time here. So fastest newcomer in the last race, so hopefully we'll pick it up again this one now.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Andy O'Carroll, 97. Nice to get a word with some of our newcomers coming here, and great to hear their thoughts as well. And quickly, grab a word if you can with Paul Cassidy. Paul, everything all right, Cass?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, only managed to do 5 laps so far on this. Unfortunately, the qualifiers, we only got half a lap in, but we had electrical problems. But yeah, we're all sorted now, so just treat this as another practice really for me.
Great picture of you coming out of Ballabeg last night.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I wasn't expecting it. I was trying to read it, and then obviously could see what it said.
Don't repeat it.
Yeah, I could see what it said. Yeah, it has the atmosphere. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Nice to speak to you, Paul.
Okay, thank you very much.
Nice Paul Cassidy there, off at number 14. The R6 looks well, doesn't it? The Heat Tech R6 looks really good. Really smart. These R6s are nice machines. Frankie Stennett's just ahead of him as well on the number 30 bike. Frankie Stennett, what row's Frankie on? That would be row number 6. Cass is on row number 7, alongside Mark Parrott, number 31. He gives Marcus Simpson a thumbs up. Number 37, Joe Yerdsley. He'd be a good man to go around here as well. Joe going really well on that bike and doing really well up at Journey Bit Away, doing bits and bobs too. Jamie Coward in the position. Dean Harrison can see right at the back there. Paul Jordan, he'll go well on the 600 too. And I think we're safe to say, because we're the same age, me and Mark Parrott, Mark at number 31. It's good to see Mark back here again. And yeah, remember his father, Jeff, with affection. His first Southern 100, he's not been with Mark, but he's got a good team behind him there, keeping him going. As we move forward a bit, Jamie Williams, I can see there, Frankie Stennett. Also Sam West, good to see Sam back after his rather big crash that he had at the Alaman TT. Qualifying a row number 5, Mark Colvin, number 59 as well. A man of very few words is Mark. But a heck of a rider, especially there up at Billown. Michael Dunlop rolls the number 6 bike. Carl Cox Motorsport on the side of that. I tell you what, he is going to be on a mission on this race. Number 1, Dean Harrison on pole. Lap record 2 minutes 18, 109, 110.782, held by Dean Harrison. But what about Davey Todd? He's got the green light camera on. We'll keep a little eye on the footage now. And like Tim says, I cannot wait to see the footage of the drone out there on the Colas Billown circuit. So number 1, number 6 and number 36, Harrison, Dunlop and Coward across the front row. Then 7, Todd, 44, Hodson, 22, Jordan, your second row. Row number 3, don't have number, in fact, we do have it there, he is there. 21, he's on the other side, 21, Joe Yerdsley, yeah, he is there. Alongside 65, Nico Sweeney, and 15, Nathan Harrison. So there's lots of gesticulating and all sorts going on here now. I don't know what they're doing. Davey Todd, he's always has a smile on his face. Always has a smile on his face. So we're just waiting for the nod from the guys on the race gate, if you want to call it that, the end of the paddock gate. The beginning of the thumbs up to go very, very shortly. Full grid of 600s. And there's going to be that sidecar of Michael Russell at the back. So 10 rows of 3. Work that out yourself. That's 30. I worked it out very quickly there. Didn't I? Quite impressed with myself. That's sometimes my strong suit. And Davey Todd and Jamie Williams there doing some gesticulating. I think Jamie said he's only doing 2 laps. I think that's what he was saying to Davey Todd. Anyway, machines, the travelling marshal makes his way out onto the circuit. So the hedges just before Ballycagan stand by. And I tell you what, Michael Dunlop looks mean and moody on the front of that R6 Yamaha. He really, really does. Lifts the front right leg up off the ground onto the foot peg. And his Bill Base boys, they're taking a little walk up to have a little watch on the hedges there. That'll wake you up. So it's JCK race number 2, Supersport race A. And we've got a sidecar race to come as well, boys. Let's get out to cross 4 ways.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Once again, that noise making its way over the fields beyond me. Mentioned about Michael Dunlop there. He really will mean business. You know, when you see that MD Racing livery of the Ballymena man on the grid positions out and around you, you know that that's a man who means business out there. He'll be looking to improve. I know he's said he was not particularly pleased, possibly, with that performance in the senior race earlier, but we just know how good he is on these super sport machines as well. So can he make an impression? He's certainly going to have his work cut out, especially with Dean Harrison out there. Just a reminder, that lap record that he holds from 2017, the speed of 110.782 miles per hour and a time of 2 minutes 18.109 seconds. But with the rate that records have been tumbling so far this evening, that might even be an understatement. They've been cascading away those records, haven't they, this evening? You certainly can't rule out, if they're really on it on this one, which is certainly not beyond them by any stretch, we really could be in for another treat, and the shredder could be back in action very time soon. And here we are, the machines emerging down through the dip, led by the travelling marshal through Maggie's cottage here. Scotcher Bikes led by number 36, Jamie Coward. Number 44, there's number 1, Dean Harrison. Nathan Harrison, Paul Jordan, Davey Todd, Joe Yearsley, 65, 92, 42. Lenny Frankie Stennett, 59. There's Michael Dunlop just slipping behind there. 66 there, that's Stephen Tobin, all lining up on the way through here in patient harmony on their way through. Number 84, Lewis Harrismith is there. And there's that sidecar, number 55 as well, just getting that little bit of a run out behind the convoy as it makes its way up towards Church Bends, as the 2 travelling marshals just bringing up the rear here through Corner Cottage as well. Certainly more coats being deployed here around Cross 4 Ways, I can tell you, just having a quick glance around, but plenty staying, I can absolutely promise you that, as we can just see the inspection car in the distance doing its customary run through here, as they always do with those convoys making their way round before the start as well. So once again, I don't want to be a betting man on this Supersport A race here. I don't really want to be putting my money anywhere on who might take this. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, just a reminder of the practice times. Dean Harrison, 109.951, 2 minutes 19.153 seconds as the bikes come down towards the start line. Michael Dunlop was second quickest at 109.233, 2 minutes 20.068. And Jamie Coward, number 36, 109.131, 2 minutes 20.199. So that's going to give you an indication, I think, of just how quick this race and how close it could be. So the boys are here to entertain you once again in another race as Michael Dunlop makes his way to the middle of the front row and the officials walk through the field. I think Dunlop's going to be very, very keen to get a first win down here at billown. Totally concur with what Chris Kinley was saying. He is not used to being second, third, or not placed. He's used to being on that top step, but the competition here is so fierce now at the Colas Billown course. as we wait for that green flag to wave at the back of the grid. Full grid it is here as well. There we go. So it's engage gears. The board will flip round to watch the lights. They are watching the lights. Who's getting the start here? Oh, good start from Davy Todd, I can tell you there. Let's go to Chris Kinley.
Dean Harrison, Davy Todd. Wow. Dean Harrison, Davy Todd and Paul Jordan, your front three off the line.
Yeah, Todd got an absolute flyer from that second row position. And of course, on the same side of the track as Dean Harrison and closest to the grandstand. That's a good performance there. And away, Dean Harrison seems to always be quick off the line, but it was Davy Todd that really took the headlines that time. So that lap record, just to remind you, 110.782 miles per hour. And we've got 3-4 riders that are very, very close together. That's Harrison, Dunlop, Coward and Todd. And then Rob Hodson and Paul Jordan are not far behind them on the timesheet. So if we get some pretty close racing, and they are going to have to really try their guts out to try and win this race, well, then we might well see those records start to tumble. So race 4A, penultimate race of what's been a brilliant evening. The Radcliffe Butchers 600cc race for the first time out to cross 4 ways, and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Can hear them on the way. 2, 3 bikes emerge. The whole group making their way through. It is number 7, Davy Todd leads from number 1, Dean Harris number 36, Jamie Coward, number 22, Paul Jordan leads from number 6, Michael Dunlop number 21, Joe Yeardsley, he's up in the mix as well as they pour through here. 31, 4, 66, Sam West, and number 66, Stephen Tobin. Those guys all make their way through Corner Cottage. 97, 26, number 45, so that's Daniel Ford just at the back of the group there. And another good run from Davy Todd here, another bit of deja vu. Just in up ahead of number 1, Dean Harrison there, and number 36, Jamie Coward, holding on to third place. So it's almost as you were on the front row, apart from Michael Dunlop, number 6, just dropping back just that little bit. Davy Todd certainly loving that second row at this point so far tonight as well. So it's almost as you were earlier today in terms of Todd and Harrison leading the way at the moment, but Jamie Coward keeping them honest. Back to you, Tim.
There's a Manx word called many, and many emerge into view, and it is Davy Todd that has taken the lead ahead of number 36, Jamie Harrison, who's just a whisker ahead of number 1, Dean Harrison. Give you the details in a minute, but here's the cavalry. And even as they go down the road, I can tell you that Harrison has got up into second place, but it is Davy Todd who is leading 29 bikes through, the last of which was number 26, Dennis Boo. But it was Davy Todd that had managed to get himself into the lead and go down a little bit further in the standings, and tell you that in 9th position, we've got number 15, Nathan Harrison. So he's just dropped back a little. No, he started 9th on the grid. 10th place is number 40, Reese Hardesty. 11th is Jamie Williams, number 92. 12th, number 8, Russ Mountford. And in 13th, it's number 37, Marcus Simpson. But the screen at the moment is not giving me the top of the order, but no doubt about it, it was that machine of Davy Todd on the Malenko by Padgett's Motorcycles bike. He leads. Will he do now at Cross 4 Ways with Rob Pritchard?
We're taking a look here, and there's 3 rather close together. Still number 7, Davy Todd from number 1, Dean Harrison, 32, Jamie Coward, Michael Dunlop, he's up into 4th, ahead of number 22, Paul Jordan, number 65, Michael Sweeney, 44, Rob Hodson, and number 21, Joe Yeardsley from Hodson on. This is number 15, Nathan Harrison, through number 40, Reese Hardesty, and number 92, Jamie Williams there. 3 more, 8, 37, 42 in that order. 4, Sam West, 31, 14, 61, 66, 51, 59 in that order. Number 20 in there as well. There's number 30, Frankie Stennett, 84, 63, 45 in the back of the good. Number 26, Dennis Booth backing up that group as well. So Davy Todd first through Corner Cottage here, followed closely by number 1, Dean Harrison, who's being kept honest by 36, Jamie Coward. So it's as you were last time through Cross 4 Ways as well. But Michael Dunlop, he's got himself up into 4th as well. So he'll be on the charge to catch that trio. Back to you, Tim.
7 bikes seen on the bridge, 3-4 emerge, and it is Dean Harrison that takes the lead. Dean Harrison is 0.328 ahead of number 7, Davy Todd. Third is number 36, Jamie Coward, and Michael Dunlop is up into 4th place, bike number 6. 0.328 is the margin. There's just 0.746 seconds between first and third. And Dean Harrison already over the 109 as we warm up into this race. 109.216. And that was fantastic. Battling by the lower order riders as they come through. Battles all the way through the field. But Dean Harrison has managed to get himself into the lead, but it's only by a fraction. And 3.3 seconds cover the top 5. So it's Dunlop in 4th. 5th is 22, Paul Jordan. 6th, number 65, Michael Sweeney. 7th and up into 7th, 44, Rob Hodson. 8th, number 21, Joe Yeardsley. 9th, number 15, Nathan Harrison. 10th, number 40, Reese Hardesty. 11th is number 92, going well, Jamie Williams. And in 12th is number 37, and that is Marcus Simpson. But it is 1, Dean Harrison ahead of 7, Todd ahead of 36, Coward. Let's go to Rob.
Yeah, you do feel like they're just getting warmed up, and it's 3-4 together, closing up. Davy Todd leads Dean Harrison, followed by Jamie Coward and Michael Dunlop, all 4, just within a couple of bike lengths of each other. 22, Paul Jordan, number 65, Michael Sweeney, Rob Hodson, and then number 21, Joe Yeardsley. Just dropped back there, but that front 4 so close together. Number 15, Nathan Harrison, on his way through as well. Number 40, Reese Hardesty. Number 92, Jamie Williams in that order. 37, Marcus Simpson on the way through. Number 8, Ross Mountford on the inside of him. Number 42, Richard Charlton gets the inside line. Number 4, Sam West, Paul Cassidy, Mark Parrott, Larry Ferber. And number 66, Stephen Tobin there. So Michael Dunlop has caught up right to that front 3 there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Almost nothing between them. It's millimetric. Frankie Stennett there, number 63 as well. That's Mike Mason there. Number 26, Dennis Booth at the back of that scutch of bikes in the back markers, as it were. This is going to be close. Back to you, Tim.
4 bikes into view. It is Todd from Harrison, from Coward from Dunlop, and there is 0.885 seconds between the 4 bikes at the front of the field. Davy Todd leads. Dunlop has now moved up to 3rd. He's got ahead of Jamie Coward just further down the Castletown bypass. What a race this is. Under 0.9 of a second, less than a second between the top 4 in this thrilling Radcliffe Butchers 600cc race. And the bikes further down, they're just having their own individual tussles. So, Davy Todd leads. Number 1, Dean Harrison is 2nd. 36, Jamie Coward in 3rd. 6, Michael Dunlop in 4th. And then it's 3.4 seconds down. In 5th is number 22, Paul Jordan. He, in turn, is 3 seconds ahead of number 44, Rob Hodson, in 6th. Rob Hodson moving up the order board. 7th is 65, Michael Sweeney. 8th, number 21, Joe Yeardsley. 9th is number 15, and that is Nathan Harrison. 10th, number 40, Reese Hardesty. And in 11th place, it's Jamie Williams. Less than a second between the top 4. Rob Pritchard.
Yet again, Tim, it's Davy Todd, number 7 at the front. Number 1, Dean Harrison. Number 6, Michael Dunlop. Up into 3rd, ahead of number 36, Jamie Coward, as you mentioned before. And number 22, Paul Jordan, a couple of seconds back. Number 44, Rob Hodson. Dappermet Racing, he's through. 65, Michael Sweeney. Number 21, Joe Yeardsley, he's through as well. Bit of a gap now, looking back to the next machine to emerge is number 15, Nathan Harrison there. So he's got work to do. But it's still incredibly tight between this front 4 as Reese Hardesty makes his way through Corner Cottage as well. Move on the inside here from number 37, Marcus Simpson, number 92. Jamie Williams, great manoeuvre there. Number 42, Richard Charlton, he's through. 8, 4, 14, 31, 61 and 66 all through as well here at Corner Cottage. It's so close at the front. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. Still virtually nothing to choose between them, but it was Todd who led through from Harrison. Back to you, Tim.
A blur of machines, and it's Harrison that now leads. Harrison ahead of Todd, ahead of Dunlop, ahead of Coward. 1.1 seconds between the top 4. Harrison has a 0.240 second advantage over Davy Todd. And Todd has now taken the lead further down the Castletown bypass as he's gone past Chris Kinley. So I don't know whether we had a little count on the number of leaders we'll have had in this race at various points around the course, but it is absolutely incredible. But at the start-finish line, Harrison led from Todd, 1 from 7. Michael Dunlop's looking racy, though, in third. Fourth is number 36, Jamie Coward. He's only 1.117 down on the leader, Harrison. Fifth, number 22, Paul Jordan. Sixth, number 44, Rob Hodson. Seventh, number 65, Michael Sweeney. Eighth, number 21, Joe Yeardsley. Look at these battles down in the lower orders here. Ninth is number 15, Nathan Harrison. 10th, number 40, Rhys Hardesty. Well, if you're waiting for the leaders to come round, you're getting royally entertained with the individual scores that are trying to be settled around the billown course amongst that. But it's Harrison. Is it Todd? Is it Dunlop? Is it Coward? Let's find out. Rob Pritchard.
And the machines emerge to Maggie's Cottage. Davey Todd leads for number 1, Dean Harrison. Number 6, Michael Dunlop. And number 36, Jamie Coward. So no change in that order. 22. Paul Jordan is round, as well as number 44. Rob Hodson emerges. Still nothing to choose between that top 4, Tim. I've got to tell you, number 65, Michael Sweeney. Number 21, Joe Yeardsley. Joe Yeardsley running well there. The man from Port Erin on the Yamaha R6. Excellent stuff from him. Here's number 15, another Manxman, Nathan Harrison, the Onken man. He's through Corner Cottage as well, looking to chase his fellow compatriot. Number 40, Rhys Hardesty as well. So there's your top 10 through. So by my reckoning, there's number 37, Marcus Simpson, 42, Richard Cheltenham, 92, Jamie Williams, just approaching round the hedgerow here. No change there from last time. Then it's 8, 4, 14, 61, 66, and 31 in that order. It's close again. Back to you, Tim.
Oh, it's close, all right. It's Todd from Harrison, from Dunlop, from Coward. So Davey Todd back in the lead here at the start-finish. I think it's changed every single lap that we've had. It's the end of lap 5, still in the 109, so it doesn't look like we're going to see, well, will we, famous last words, see a 110.782 go, but there's only 1.009 seconds between Davey Todd, number 7, leading, and number 36, Jamie Coward, who is in 4th place, and sandwiched to the meet in the sandwich are number 1, Dean Harrison, who's 2nd, and number 6, Michael Dunlop, who is in 3rd. Then it's 5th, number 22, Paul Jordan, as 5 bikes come past us all in a line, 6 in fact. Paul Jordan then in 5th, 6th, 44, Rob Hodson, 7th, number 65, Michael Sweeney, 8th, number 21, Joe Yeardsley, 9th, number 15, Nathan Harrison. To let you hear the bikes, 10th, Rhys Hardesty, number 40, 11th, number 37, excuse me, misfire here, we'll go to cross 4 ways.
We've all been there, Tim, as the machines emerge through the dip. There they are. 4 more, still nothing between them. It's Davey Todd still leading, number 7, number 1, Dean Harrison. 6, Michael Dunlop, number 36, Jamie Coward. So no change from the last time through cross 4 ways of the order as number 22, Paul Jordan makes his way through, then a sizable gap down into the dip to the next one, making their way around Maggie's Cottages, number 44. That's Rob Hodson on the Daffermet racing machine. And then just behind them as well is number 21, Joe Yeardsley, just making his way around Corner Cottage as well. And now number 65, Michael Sweeney. So still nothing between that front 4 as well. Number 15, Nathan Harrison, on his way through as well. Now about to start roaring his way up to Church Bends as well. And number 40, Rhys Hardesty. So there's your top 10 through Corner Cottage as well. Still nothing to choose between them. So much motoring chess going on. 37 and 42 through as well. And there's number 92, Jamie Williams. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, it's Todd that leads, Harrison, Dunlop, Coward. And I think that's the first time we've had the same leader as the lap before. There's 22, Paul Jordan in 5th. 1.287 seconds between them as they head out onto their 7th and final lap. Still in the 109s. The fastest lap was on that lap by Davey Todd at 109.828 miles per hour. He leads Harrison by 0.422, which is about as big a gap as we've had. Then Michael Dunlop is a further 0.4 back in third and 0.3 back in fourth is number 36, Jamie Coward. Sixth then is 44, Rob Hodson. Paul Jordan, remember, in fifth. Seventh and up into seventh, number 21, Joe Yeardsley. Eighth, number 65, Michael Sweeney. Ninth, number 15. Just listen to how close those bikes are lower down. That was Sam West, Paul Cassidy, Barry Ferber and Mark Parrott. Ninth is still Nathan Harrison. He's been stuck there all race. And 10th, number 40, Reese Hardesty. Bike number 7, 1, 6 and 36, Todd Harrison Dunlop Coward. What's the order at Cross Four Ways?
There they are, the four machines emerge again. It's number 7, Davey Todd, 1, Dean Harrison, number 36, Jamie Coward on the inside of Michael Dunlop there. Coward up into third through corner, Koch looking over his shoulder, and it looks like he might have kept it, I don't know. 22, Paul Jordan through. Jamie Coward making his move then through Cross Four Ways. Can he hold it from Dunlop there on the final lap? Brilliant stuff. 44, Rob Hodson on his way through. So it was as you were last time. Number 7, Davey Todd. Number 1, Dean Harrison. But Jamie Coward up into third through Cross Four Ways. At least number 21, Joe Yeardsley comes through. And Michael Dunlop down into fourth. But who knows what's happening through Church Bends, Great Meadow, and then up to the stadium and up towards back to that start-finish line as number 15, Nathan Harrison, brings it down the cogs and through Corner Cottage as well. And just looking round through Maggie's Cottage here, there's the final of the top 10. Number 40, Reese Hardesty. This is going to be close. Back to you, Tim.
Amazingly close, but I think Todd has got it. He has, and a fist pump as he crosses the line. And oh, Michael Dunlop, did he get into third? Looks like he has across the line. It's Dean Harrison in second. The margin was 0.344, and we have gone over the 110s, but not quite at the lap record pace. Quickest lap was Dean Harrison, 110.457. Todd wins, Harrison second, Dunlop third. Let's go to Chris.
Yeah, the gap between Michael Dunlop and Jamie Coward over the line was 0.013 of a second. Davey Todd takes win number 2 around the Coal Esplanade circuit by 0.344 seconds from Dean Harrison there, and then Michael Dunlop 1.4 back off that. We'll let DT take his lid off and have a little chat with him if we can. Once he does that, we'll let you take the lid off first, Davey. And I know a few people want to get a few pictures of it. Let's get the Padgett's by Milenko bike up onto the winner's podium, and you and Dino and Michael Dunlop and Jamie Coward. Wowee.
Yeah, I knew them boys were going to be snapping at my heels the whole way, and oh man, it was a good race. It must have been. I hope it was good for the fans out there watching, because me and Dean were going back and forward everywhere, passing each other, and it was honestly one of them races that's super fun to be in. And I think even if you come in second place, you'd have still had a big smile on your face, because that was just fun. And really stoked to get the win in that one. He pipped me in the last race, so it's nice to get that one.
110.394 on your last lap.
Yeah, is that good?
It's all right. Well, the old lap record for this class was 110.782, so it's on the pace for 600 lap record pace.
Yeah, that's good news. Again, Milenko by Padgett's have built me an incredible bike. That 600 is an absolute weapon. Hats off to them for that. The bike's mega. I'll be doing nothing to it tonight. The guys,
yeah, just
the guys will be doing nothing to it tonight. I'll be telling them to leave it just the way it is, and just let me have another go at it.
Top end seems to be better on yours. Just by us here, you got past Dean a couple of times.
Oh boy, she's fast. She's fast, definitely. I think both bikes have the strength. That Cowie definitely has the punch out the turns, but that top end speed, and it's real stable. That bike handles unbelievably. So yeah, all the thanks to the team.
Well done, Davey.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, buddy. Well done. And we'll get Dean Harrison in a sec if we can. Quickest lap of the race is Dean's 110.457. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, it was great fun to try. Yeah, I know it was close. We passed a few times, and he just slipstreamed down here. Where when I passed, I thought, there's no point in passing because he's just going to pass me back down the straight. So I sat behind him, and I tried to have a go at the last corner, but we're going so quick. I didn't quite want to make the lunge and end up as both laid at the traffic lights at the last corner. So I thought, no, I'll settle for second today. So no, we'll have another go tomorrow. But no, racing were great, honestly. It's brilliant.
We're waiting for him to come as well, weren't you, behind you, Michael?
I don't know. No, Jamie passed me at one point.
Yeah.
Jamie Coward passed me into Castletown corner one lap. And I'm not sure if he missed a gear on the way out, and I got him back on the straight down here, and then just had to pull Davey back in. When when you're following somebody, it's so much easier. Do you know, than when you're doing the pace yourself. And it's the worst thing in the world when someone's real close and you just try to pick a point to pass. But a bit of a spongy break, but no major. Good.
Looking forward to tomorrow then. The big day.
Yeah, enjoy it. It's great just to have a good lads here and have it's racing. It's good. I like it.
Good man. Cheers, no cheers. Thank you. And quickly get to Michael because I know we have got one more race to go. And Michael, you and Jamie Cower ding dong in last lap.
Yeah, it would sort of ruin my race, to be honest with you. I'd sort of got caught with it. It's funny how we come to these events. Bikes seem to come very fast. the Hondas seem to be very, very fast. And Dean was trying to slipstream, and I was in a bit of a there, and I could have passed a couple of times, but I sort of squared myself up to have a good do in the last couple of corners, and Jimmy just stuffed it into the inside of me, and it blocked past, ruined both of us, and then he ran on at the road end. It just left me that I couldn't sort of have a steer with eyes, but yeah, at least we got back to go towards the front a wee bit closer, so just need to make a few changes for tomorrow and hopefully make a bit of a go at it then.
What about the big bike? What changes can you make to run at the pace them boys are at?
I know Steve will look at it all night and see what we can come up with and just take it from there.
Thanks, Michael.
Cheers, boss.
Cheers. Thank you very much. So there we go, the front three in the Ratcliffe's 6 Butchers 600 race. The Sidecar is going to be making the way into the Holden area just about now. We'll get set up for that. I think Chrissy Lennon and all the family are ready to go, and I think we are just about ready to go for the podium for this race. I think we are ready. Rachel, yes, we are. Sidecars will go in a moment, and then we will get underway. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the prize presentation for the Ratcliffe Butchers 600s. And give the Ratcliffe Butchers guys a big round of applause, folks, please, because it's Chrissy Lennon and the boys are going to go up there. Big bike fans, a lot of support for that family and that business over the years. Thank you, Ratcliffes. Ladies and gentlemen, in third place with the quickest lap on the last lap, number 3, Michael Dunlop. Well done to Michael. Gets a handshake from Chrissy and the two boys. In second place in the quickest lap of the race on the last lap, 110.457, Dean Harrison. And 2 wins around the Colas Billown circuit for number 7, Davey Todd. So Davey gets the red cap and, of course, the laurel around his neck, the Ratcliffe's Butchers 600cc race winner. Well done to Michael Dunlop, to Dean Harrison, and, of course, Davey Todd. And thanks to Ratcliffe's once again. And we'll get back to Tim and set up for our final day of the evening, final race of the evening. Tim.
Yep, we have. Thank you, Chris. The 5th race in the programme. Ace Hire and Sales Sidecar race, 6 laps, 25.5 miles around the Colas Billown course. So Founds and Walmsley are champions there in pole position, ahead of Reeves and Russo, number 77. Also on the second row are Holden and Sale. Third row is occupied in the middle by the Crows. We saw them have a little shakedown lap earlier in the piece. And the fourth row is number 69, Lambert and Haynes, and number 3, Harrison and Winkle. Then we have number 14, Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostrom. Number 55, Michael Russell and Dave Dean are on row 6, alongside number 37, that's Alan Thomas and Kenny Cole. And I think they are on the circuit by the sound of it. I can hear that rumble in the background. Number 12 is then on the road. That's Mike Jackson and Jake Roberts. And let's go to Chris Kinley.
Yeah, Tim, outfit's just leaving us here now. Thank you, Davey, for that. Just about to speak and hits me somewhere where he shouldn't. Change of passenger, by the way. I was only notified of this tonight as well. 55, Mike Russell now has Liam Gordon in the chair. Liam Gordon, but Rob Pritchard at Cross Four Ways. You've never seen sidecars, modern sidecars, into there. Stand by your beds. Over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a little reminder about Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley as well. You may recall from the last practice session, just getting over that 100-mile-an-hour mark as they were battling for track position brilliantly with Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau. Was quite the spectacle coming through Cross Four Ways each time, really battling it out, looking for supremacy there, a bit of track position. And ultimately, Founds and Walmsley with the top result in that sense, just as the light continues to fade a little bit with the cloud cover here around cross four ways, as well as we await the noise to be making its way towards us. They're already, by the sounds of it, by my ear at least, through Balloetstone, making their way past the stables as well. And as we just wait for them to appear over the horizon, which this scaffolding kindly gives us that vantage point. As the noise continues to rise, we really do hope we're in for 6 laps of entertainment just to round off the evening in style. And there we can just see the travelling marshal at the helm as they make their way through the dip here round Maggie's Cottage. It's number 1, Pete Fownes and Jevon Walmsley right behind the travelling marshal there. Then Tim Reeves, Kevin Rousseau, John Holden and Dan Sale, and then the Crow brothers on that number 7 and number 69 as well. Rick Hammond and Andy Haynes, they've been going well so far in practice as well. Coming up, number 3, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle, and number 14, Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostron. Number 55, there's Michael Russell and his new passenger as well. Number 37 is through. Number 12 is through as well. There's number 32, Dave Quirk and Carl Schofield. 8 as well, that's Darren Hope and Lenny Bumphrey, the Jerby and Douglas duo. 3 more emerge before the travelling marshals behind, 25, 45. And the last through here, number 27, that's Nigel Smith and Ian Tennant from Port St Mary and Runcorn, respectively on the Ice and Honda. The travelling marshals backing up the group here as they roar their way again past Church Bends as well, up towards Great Meadow, and just see the inspection car just in the distance doing its customary rounds once again. Time to go back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much, Rob Pritchard, doing an excellent job out there for us at Cross Four Ways as the travelling marshal with the headlights. Yes, they're beaming quite bright now in the cloudy conditions, just fading a little bit the light here, but it's still pretty good for 10 to 9 on a Wednesday evening. And there we have number 1, Pete Fownes and Jevon Walmsley, our current sidecar champions, in pole position, ahead of Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau. Holden and Sale, and just to repeat what Chris was saying, Michael Russell now has Liam Gordon as his passenger. That's outfit number 55. So the passengers just having a little bit of a stretch as the rest of the crews at the back of the grid now get into position. And well, if you've never seen a mass start sidecar start here at billown, you're in for an absolute treat here. Hopefully it'll be a clean start, no fairing, bashing going on. But the lights of the travelling marshals at the back on the top of the School Hill Rise are really dazzling now. So I think they'll be pretty keen to get on with this, as Conrad Harrison and a couple of others just being pushed into Lambert and Hayes, as well as Harrison and Winkle, just being pushed into the correct positions. So we wait to see the flag at the back, but there's just a little issue with one of the machines at the back just being rolled backwards as well. But that's going to be pretty tricky to do with the camber of the hill as the rise comes down the main bypass here. So one of the technical officials just checking things over, seem to be happy now. So we wait to see the green flag go up or not, as Ruth Costain makes her way to the back. I think we're about to see that lifted. We are. So the guys getting into position now. The passengers over behind the drivers to give them a bit more downforce. And away they go, and that's a cracking start from Fownes, but also the Crows well away. Let's go to Chris Kinley.
One rule here, eyes forward, 1 from 2, 77, 1 from 2 from 7, and 77 as they went past us. Repeating that, 1, 2, 7, and 77.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris. So it was a good start there by Holden and Sale, but it's Fownes and Walmsley that have got the whole shot from that pole position. 77 then in third, Reeves and Rousseau. And I think the Crows seemed to get a good start, but Holden and Sale were very, very quickly away. But, well, it was the top of the class, Fownes and Walmsley, that made that really look quite effortless in getting away and avoiding any trouble. So they'll be heading probably down the Ballachagan now towards Iron Gate. Then it's that little technical weavy section in towards Ballabeg Hairpin. And just on Duck Street there, they're 2 miles in. They go past Ballawhetstone, the riding stables there, Williams Corner down into Billown Dip. It's the entrance, of course, to Billown Mansion as well, and then they'll emerge out of Billown Dip, past Maggie's Cottage, and into the view of Rob Pritchard at Cross Four Ways.
I'm just going to savour that noise for the moment as the first machine makes it over the horizon. They've pulled out a fair gap here. Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley through Maggie's Cottage first, leading from number 2, John Holden and Dan Sale as well, number 7. The Crow brothers right on their tail as well, not letting go. 7 Tim Rees, Kevin Rousseau, Lambert and Haynes, number 3, number 14 as well, Wayne Lockyer and Matty Rostron. Then number 37, Alan Thomas and Kenny Gold, 12, 8 and 55 in that order, 45. Right on their tail, number 32 as well, Dave Quirk and Carl Schofield. And number 25, those are David Marshall and Mark Gash. Number 27, the final through, and that's Nigel Smith and Ian Tennant. So Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley really do mean business. They've pulled out a fair bit of a gap going into Cross Four Ways. Great start, as you said, for John Holden and Dan Sale at number 2, but right on their coattails are the Crow boys, Ryan and Callum, in that number 7 Triumph on the way through as well. So they've got plenty of work to do, and they've all got plenty of work to do to try and catch Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, and it is Founds and Walmsley that emerge several machine lengths ahead. But there's 2, there's 7. Listen to that. Triumph 77, Reeves across the line. That's Lambert across the line, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle, and also 14. 14, of course, being... what is 14? There we are. Wayne Lockyer and Matthew Rostrom, of course it is. So it's Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley that lead. 2.93 seconds their advantage ahead of John Holden and Dan Sale. They're just 0.7 ahead of in third, number 7, Ryan and Callan Crow. Fourth is number 77, Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau. Fifth is number 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes. In sixth is number 3, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. In seventh place is number 14, and that is Wayne Lockyer and Matthew Rostron. In eighth place is number 37, that's Alan Thomas and Kenny Cole. In ninth, it's number 12, Michael Jackson and Jake Roberts. 10th, number 8, Darren Hope and Lenny Humphrey. 11th, number 55, Michael Russell and Liam Gordon it is as his passenger. And that is as far as we can go. Is it going to be Pete Founds and Jevon with an extended advantage? Let's go to Rob.
Absolutely on cue there they are. Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. They have absolutely stormed away from the next 2 machines that have come into view and coming through up into second. It's Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau, number 77 and number 7. Ryan and Callum Crow from number 69. Lambert and Haynes as well. There's Harrison and Winkle right on their tail. Number 14, Wayne Lockyer and Matty Rostron as well. So Founds and Walmsley scything through this Billown course tonight. Number 37, that's Alan Thomas and Kenny Cole. 12, right on the coattails is number 8. And number 55 as well. Great stuff there. Darren Hope and Lenny Humphrey right on the tail. And there's number 32 as well through. That's Dave Quirk and Carl Schofield and the Ison Suzuki. 45, Derek Lynch and Anthony McDonnell. So Founds and Walmsley are stretching that advantage. Then it was Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau just ahead of the Crows. Back to you, Tim.
Well, here they are, and haven't seen anyone else go across the bridge yet. So Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, and it's 100 miles an hour, 100.151 miles per hour. Just seeing what the lap record is for this particular race. It is 100.608. So Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau are up into second place. 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes have gone into third place. And in fourth is number 7, Ryan and Callum Crow. And we're hearing that they have just retired, number 7, Ryan and Callum Crow, just retired. We've got John Holden and Dan Sale not through at Cross Four Ways to my listening out there. But in 5th place is number 3, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. 6th place is number 14, that's Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostrom. In 7th place, it's 37, Alan Thomas and Kenny Cole. And we are just getting news that John Holden and Dan Sale have retired at Ballabeg. So Holden and Sale are out, as are Ryan and Callum Crowe, who've retired just down the bypass and pulled in down there at Club HQ. But Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, 11.6 seconds ahead of Reeves and Rousseau, who are in 2nd. They, in turn, are the best part of 5 seconds ahead of Lambert in 3rd. Let's go to Rob.
Yeah, here they are. They're showing no signs of slowing down their business. Number 1, Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley flying through Corner Cottage there. Oh, just listen to that noise of that FHO racing machine there. Just the one emerging in the distance. Through Maggie's Cottage here, number 77, Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau. But that gap really is opening up between the top 3 here. And here's the last of that top 3 at the moment, that distinctive livery of number 69. That's Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes there through as well. 2 sidecars close together here. Number 3, Harrison and Winkle, Lockie and Rostrom maybe just had a little look on the inside there, but chose against it as the 2 still together, roaring their way up to Church Bends here. 4 more machines. Here's number 37, Alan Thomas and Kenny Cole. 12, 8 and 55. So a great little trio battling it out at the back of that little group there as well. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, I think Founds and Walmsley are stamping their class on this sidecar category here. There they are, smoothly across the line. And they're getting quicker too, 100.200 exactly for Founds and Walmsley as we await our 2nd place man. Just emerging out of the gathering gloom here is 77. That's Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau. And they are 16.6 seconds down. 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes are in 3rd place, 2 together. And Wayne Lockie, number 14, Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostron have nudged their noses in front of number 3, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle, I should say. 4 machines. And one of the machines not sounding too clever as it passed Chris further down the road, and it was Tim Reeves' by outfit number 77, Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau. Man from France and passenger to the former world champion Tim Reeves. But, well, it's a class of their own at the moment for Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. The reigning sidecar champions are 16.665 seconds ahead. And they are lapping at over 100 miles an hour. That elusive target that now seems to be being done every time we get sidecars out. Let's head to see the leaders at Cross Four Ways with Rob.
Thanks. There they are through Maggie's Cottage again. Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley. This really is a bit of a schooling out there in some ways, isn't it, in terms of pace and precision through Cross Four Ways and around the Billown circuit tonight. They really are absolutely in a class of their own at the moment as they'll be heading through Church Bends on their way to Great Meadow as well. Another machine emerging, and yet that is number 77, Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau, as they just make their way down through the cogs here and round Corner Cottage and into the dip as well, and now roaring their way towards us, number 69. So there they are, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes. They're going well as well, the Catrick and Hull duo. Next up, now a bit of a gap for Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostron, number 14. They've opened up a second or so by my reckoning to number 3, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. So whatever happened toward the end of that lap, and they nudged their noses in front, they've now got some fresh tarmac ahead of them there, ahead of that number 3 outfit. Back to you, Tim.
Yep, here come the leaders over School Hill Rise. 4 laps completed, and again they've gone quicker, 100.254 miles per hour. So they are not just managing this lead, they're impressing as well. And we still wait for our second machine to cross the bridge, just has now, and we'll see it emerge at the top of the crest and into our view. And it is number 77, but that does sound like it's misfiring a little bit there as it went past us. Tim Reeves and Kevin Rizzo. I think there could be potentially maybe a gearing issue there, as it just sounded like the gearing was slipping as it went past. 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes are in third position. 14 is Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostrom. They're in fourth position. And number 3, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle are in fifth, but they're 42.5 seconds behind our leaders, who've opened up a 25-second. Just hear those bikes go through. 25-second advantage Founds and Walmsley have over Reeves and Rizzo. So it is leading by the proverbial country mile. And in turn, Reeves and Rizzo ahead of outfit number 69. By around 8 seconds. So it's really being like a piece of elastic stretched out here, this lead. Founds and Walmsley in masterclass. Let's go out to Rob.
Yeah, here through Maggie's Cottage once again. Pete Founds, Jevon Walmsley, straight round Corner Cottage there. Not hanging about, but we already knew that, didn't we? They're almost in a different postcode to the rest of the runners out there just at the moment as we await to see the next machine. A fair bit of a gap, as you quite rightly mentioned there, Tim, opening up as we look towards past Gellings Farm and that sort of region. Can hear another machine up in the distance here, waiting to see who emerges down through the dip. Here they come. One machine all alone past Maggie's Cottage around the hedgerow. It is number 77, Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau on their way through Corner Cottage as well. And now also through as well, very prominent at this time of the day, number 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes as well on that LCR Honda are through. Here's number 14, Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostrom. They've managed to stretch that gap just a little bit more from number 3, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, we look up the road to see our number 1 plated leaders go through. And they've gone quicker again. 100.284. Talk about stringing those 100-mile-an-hour laps in a chair. The three-wheeler machine here is impressive stuff from Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley, our reigning Southern 100 Sidecar champions. And they look like an odds-on bet to retain their title, provided man and machine stay together in the big championship race that, of course, is the on tomorrow. Let's have a listen to Reeves here. It's sounding rough. It's not sounding right, but he's still in second place. The gap is 33.5. And that's Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes in third. And that's number 14. And that is Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostrom. Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle through. 52 seconds between first and fifth. But it was fastest laps from outfits 14 and 3. 95.408 for outfit number 14, which is Wayne Lockie and Matthew Rostrom. Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle, 94.322. 37, 55 and 8 safely through, but Peter Founds and Jevon Walmsley on their last lap. Let's go out to Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. We just had one of the number 25, David Marshall and Mark Gash through, and Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley here. They are number 1. They're already into those back markers here through Corner Cottage. They've already got themselves past number 27, Nigel Smith and Ian Tennant, who are through here as well. So they're already feeding into those back markers on the grid as well. This is quite some statement from that Honda FHO racing machine and the Northwich and Grimsby duo, isn't it? And then that fair gap all the way looking up the hill as well. Can hear another machine in the distance howling away there, but no sign of a machine just emerging into my eye line, as it were. But right on cue here, they are down into the dip as well, and round Maggie's Cottage, it's number 77, Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau. There they go, breaking nicely down into Corner Cottage there, and listen to that noise out through on the exit there is number 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes, running well as well, looking for that third position, as it were, is number 14 as well. Wayne Lockie and Matty Rostrom. Back to you, Tim.
Yep, and we didn't want to miss him, and he is here. Pete Founds and Jevon Walmsley take the win, and well, we'll head down to Chris because we'll get all the reaction. There's such a big gap, but we'll let you know if Tim Reeves and Kevin Rizzo managed to nurse that not sounding healthy. Bike number 77 into second. But Chris, down to you.
Yeah, 100.284, their quickest lap of the race. And the FHO outfit comes into here. And they've got the camera on as well, so that will be good to see. Winning in the end. I think that was one of the back markers coming through. Smithy as well. Nigel Smith has finished. And also 25, I think David Marshall just ahead of him as well. I think Tim Reeves has just gone across the line as well. Yeah, Tim is coming in now as well. 38 seconds in the end. Yeah, Reevesy is across the line. Greg Lambert. Well, Greggy will be very, very pleased with this. And that gives Tim getting the number 77 machine up onto there. I'm sure we'll get the story on exactly how and why the outfit just wasn't 100%. And is this Greggy coming in? It is, yep. So Greg Lambert's getting the third place, but we'll let Pete take the gloves off. It's Greg Lambert getting a third. That's very pleased. He will be so pleased with that. There'll be some party with that lot tomorrow night, I would say. Oh my goodness me. Well, there's a happy man, but a happy man too, as Pete found. Pete, congratulations on that. Made that look easy, but it wasn't. Fastest lap 100.284. You still had to keep it on the pipe, didn't you?
Yeah, got to keep it pushing. Yeah, it's just I knew these boys behind me are fast. It only takes one mistake, doesn't it? To be honest, straight on at one of the hairpins or something, and they're all over me. You know, Tim's no mug. He's quality. So
you know what the gap was at the end?
I haven't got a clue.
38 seconds, so you were well away with it. Tim had machine problems. John Holden went out. The Crow Boys went out as well.
It was good of me pit crew to tell me, wasn't it? But no. To be fair, we just went for it. It was good, yeah. But it was a good shakedown, ready for the championship race. Anyway,
it's the big one, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're all gearing for.
Right, thanks, Pete.
Cheers, Chris.
Where's Jeff over here? Let's grab a word if we can and find out how that was with Jeff. How's that?
That was really good. It's been bumpy though.
Bumpy the last time you were here?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Oh, I think so. I can't
Whereabouts?
remember.
Don't say everywhere.
Oh no, what to be fair, it's just from like Joey's Gate to the Bommel bit. It's just really bumpy.
Okay, they've done a wee bit of work around there, but
it feels bumpy still. Jesus.
100.284 fastest lap as well.
Not too bad, is it?
So that sets you up for tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. It's hopefully we'll do the same tomorrow.
Well done, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Let's go on to Tim if we can. And Tim, she didn't sound well.
No,
we're on air, by the way.
Yeah, you know, we had a bit of a gap to make with Pete from yesterday, and we changed an engine because we thought we'd improve. And unfortunately, it's got a problem. We didn't get to try it, and for some reason, if I held it on full throttle, it just cut out, and then if I shut the throttle, it picked up again. I just was lucky to get it home. Really, I nearly stopped with a few laps from him. I didn't want to, but I could see we had a bit of a gap, and we got it home. So seconds better than nothing.
You can't miss Greg coming behind you. He was closing.
No, I didn't see him. And well done to Pete and Jeff.
Yeah.
Great result.
You could hear it over the start line here. I think about lap 3 or 4 when he came to. It was on full chat. And just went, bleh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a throttle potentiometer problem or something. I'm not sure. It's just if I held it full, it did it in every gear, and so out the hairpins it was diabolical. I couldn't get it out of the hairpins, but never mind, no excuses. We'll try and fix it and have another go tomorrow.
And Kev, enjoy that.
Yeah, it's a fantastic race. Unfortunately, we had some problem with the bike, but it was good race. We prefer to be on the top, but we will work tonight and then try to do our best for tomorrow.
What do you think of the Southern 100 circuit?
Yeah, it's a fantastic track. It's fast, and I love it.
Well done, Kev.
Thank you.
Well done, Tim. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Thank you. Let's get over to Greg Lambert if we can. Grab a word with Greggy. Do you want a minute? Or you're all right, young Greg?
I'm all right. That was for me, Dad, that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could see. Yeah, and your fastest lap of the race, 95.381.
Yeah, it's getting better. It's first time me and Andy's rode together, and it's just like we've been riding a long time, and confidence is there, and it's just fantastic. It's like a breath of fresh air, and I'm just so pleased everything went all right for everybody. And I had no idea I was third at all. I thought maybe fourth or fifth, but I was just plugging away. Andy, I could feel him working. He might have known something I didn't know.
Wayne Lockie was coming.
Yeah, well, I backed off because there was a yellow flag into stadium, so I settled it down. I thought, just get it finished. But I'm absolutely elated and over the moon with myself. So, and for Andy, I'm chuffed to bits, honestly. And thanks to the club, fantastic meeting again. Great crowds here. It's what the Southern 100 needs, and it's what it's always been about. And long may it continue.
Well done, Greg. And Andy, how was that?
Oh, amazing. I mean, I've been around here and been on the podium in the pre-TT, but to come and do it on an F2, first time I rode the bike on on first practice, and then first time with Greg, and we just clicked, which is great. And Greg was just sobbing his heart out when we came in. We're saying, I wish my dad was here. And then I saw my son here, and I gave him a big hug, saying that he wishes his dad was here, but you're my son and you're here. So it's just amazing, over the moon.
Jeff Walmsley was just saying it seems bumpier than last time, Greg.
Just like TT, those roots keep growing.
They do.
You know, and it's. But I'd like to thank Peter Fownes for helping me set the bike up with suspension. That was a great help. He did make it better, and you know that's absolute rival. But he's absolutely. He rode with my father years ago here, and he rode with me as well at Scarborough. And it's just like they're a proper family at the proper family races, and they're the right people to win it.
Absolutely. Well done, guys. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
well
very
done,
much.
well done, buddy. Cheers. So we are getting ready to go now with our final presentation of the day. It's the Ace Hire and Sales Sidecar race. And Frank Miles from Ace Hire and Sales is going to do the presentations. Give the guys from Ace Hire and Sales a big round of applause, please, folks. Again, supporting the Southern 100 Club. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get them up on the podium. Very, very well deserved. Third place, number 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes. Well done to Greg and Andy. In second place, number 77, Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau. Sure, they'll be working hard through the night to fix that problem. And your sidecar champions are the champions this evening. Fastest lap of the race, 100.284 for number 1, Peter Fownes and Jevon Walmsley. So many, many congratulations to our first three, to Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes, to Tim Reeves and Kevin Rousseau, and Peter Fownes and Jevon Walmsley. So that rounds it up from us here. We'll be back in the morning. Let's go back to the start and finish.
Yeah, great work, Chris Kinley, and also Rob Pritchard out there at Cross Four Ways. What a day, an evening we've had here. Race 1, the Mike Carouche Plumbing and Heating Lightweight race, was won by Jamie Coward, but it was Rob Hodson with a race record time, a speed of 105.998 miles per hour. Then we moved to the Ellen Van Infield Senior race, and it was Dean Harrison that took the win, but Davy Todd set an outright lap record at 116.141 miles per hour. We also had a race record from Michael Russell in the race 4B, the support race, the JCK Super Sport B race, 600cc races and bikes. Michael Russell won it from Don Gilbert and Jack Petrie, and another record tumbled. Then we had the Radcliffe Butchers 600cc race, and no record in this, but he was close. But it was a win for Davy Todd ahead of Dean Harrison. Dean Harrison with the quickest lap at 110.457. And then to round things up, and a string of 100-mile-an-hour laps, and really stamping their class on the sidecar category in the Ace Hire and Sales sidecar race, Fownes and Walmsley. Pete Fownes and Jevon Walmsley, the current Southern 100 Sidecar Championship winners. Well, tomorrow is the big championship race day. The road closures are at 9:30 a.m. in the morning through to around 12:45. The roads will then reopen for 3/4 of an hour just to allow people to get out and about in the south of the island. They will close again at 1:30 through to no later than 4:45. Now, don't forget the roads open car will be coming round. The roads remain closed until the roads open car has come through. So it's been an exhilarating evening, a record-breaking evening down here at the Colas Billown course. Well done to everybody involved. We've had not 4 races as scheduled, but 5. What a bonus that is. It's been superb, and I hope you enjoyed the coverage. But we will hand back. I think we've got Chris Pearson on the Checkered Flag show at 10. But taking us through until then, we'll hand it back to Simon Quine.
Thanks very much to Tim and the rest of the commentary team, Rob Pritchard and Chris Kinley, for some fantastic racing coverage from the Colas Billown circuit this evening. Just gone 9:15 here on Manx Radio 1368, the best biking station in the world. We're bringing you Southern 100 Radio non-stop through until tomorrow afternoon, all powered by the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company. We'll get the latest travel information for you very shortly. We'll keep an eye on the roads opening down at the Colas Billown circuit as well. And don't forget, if you want to get in touch with us this evening, 166 177 is the text number. Start your message with S100, or you can send us an email to s100@manxradio.com. Playing music now from the Fratellis, and this is Creeping Up the Backstairs.